Welcome, good afternoon everybody out there listening to the live stream on Quaffle. We're at Sir Bruce Small Park this afternoon for round 4 Quaffle action between the Surfers Paradise Demons and the neighbours, the Labrador Tigers. It's also Anzac round, and we had the ceremony earlier just to honour those who have served our great country. Looking forward to a cracking game this afternoon. My name's Julian Vanendries. I'll be calling the action alongside with a debutant, a man by the name of John Pekin. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, Julian.
Great to have Jack here.
Good to be here, mate.
Great to have him here. He's been part of the Queensland footy landscape for 20 or 30 years, I think, and over a numerous amount of clubs. We'll talk more about that later, Jack, but looking forward to a cracking contest here on a lovely afternoon at Bruce Small Park. So as the umpire getting ready to bounce the ball to get us underway, the Demons kicking to our right. Big Harris Newton, the tall ruckman, goes up against Davidson for the Labrador Tigers. There's another quick wrap up and another stoppage will eventuate. So these two teams, different form lines going in. Jack, Surfers are coming off 2 wins. Labrador quite the opposite. They haven't had a win yet this year. They're 0-2, so they'll be fired up to rectify that this afternoon as Surfers get the first foray forward. Comes off a chain of hands. There's a handball that goes astray there. Ball hits the deck. Teams just softening each other up with a couple of spoils. Ball on the ground here again. And good, strong wrap-up tackle. Oh, it's a body slam. I think the umpire's calling that dangerous there. That was the big ruckman for Labrador in Davidson. A bit aggressive there with the tackle, and the ensuing free kick goes to the Demons. They go inside 50 for the first time this afternoon. There's a one-on-one there. Big fly. Although Labrador come away with that and pump it out to the far side.
Jared Mills.
Jared Mills there, good repelling. Long-term servant here at the Tigers and Southport and the Brisbane Lions before that, Jack. He does know how to defend for a footy team. So you see big Mills there throughout the day. So as I was saying, the Tigers be very keen to get a win on the board. It is round 4 now. They're both coming off a bye over the Easter bye, both teams, so nice and fresh.
Yep.
And we do have a number of changes. In fact, Surfers have up to 6 changes in their side today. And the notable outs, Firewood, Cassidy Haberfield, 3-time best and fairest player, unavailable due to a upcoming Muay Thai bout. So he's resting today watching.
As you do.
Yes, his priorities are in line there, but I believe the coach knew about that before the season started. So that one's been ticked off, with young Cass getting ready for his fight. But a couple of big ins as well for the Demons with Dan Green, Noah Corbett, the Southport listed player. He'll replace Haberfield there in the engine room in the midfield, mate. And for the Tigers, the neighbours up the road, they have a couple of changes as well. They're notable outs, Matt Daniel, the defender, and Jurovic, who's been called up to the NEFL. And a couple of ins there. They've got a young winger come up from the under-18s in Cooper Anderson on his debut.
Oh, yep, on this side wing, yep.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see
how he settles in.
He settles into his first afternoon of Quaffle action. Here we go, as we come out to the near side there, young Vander working for the Demons was held without it. The umpire lets that one go. Mills, again, the man we spoke of earlier, gets it out to his midfield group. So it's a hot footy early, Jack, as they go forward. Chain of handballs by the Tigers. They ensuing kick. They look for big Retzlaff up forward, but a good spoil there by Jewell. Ball bobbles out of bounds. So no one really getting the ascendancy yet, Jack.
No, it's been a little bit give and take. The ball's been on the ground a little bit of nerves, I suppose. There's certainly, the ball hasn't been clean and crisp thus far.
Probably, just the early pressure, which is normal at this standard of footy. There is a breeze coming straight across at us from wing to wing, John, but it shouldn't affect things too much.
Easterly? Is that an easterly?
I think it's
direct?
a sou'easter, mate. 20 knotter, so it will blow as the afternoon goes on, but beautiful conditions otherwise. Lovely sunny afternoon, 24 degrees. So here we go, the Demons, that's through Kane Ford, the veteran. He's kick misses the target, so they'll give it back to Labrador. They'll go out the other side where they've got numbers. That's young, Watmuff, one of the brothers in the side. Very good, but the Demons get it back. They're playing give and get back, and this time they find a target inside the 50, the home side, the Demons.
Beautiful kick over the top to Matthew Green.
21
just on
Matthew Green, yeah. The kick did aid him, you're right. Jacket came in with the breeze and was able to take a chest mark under little pressure from Mills there.
That's Mills, the Labrador fullback, is it? Yep.
There's Green.
Mills.
He'll kick from about 40 out, stuttering approach, and that one's just faded away and gone out to the right. So he did allow for that breeze from left to right, but it did get hold of it, so maybe a little bit stronger than we thought out on the ground.
Yeah, look at the top of those trees over there in that forward pocket for a surface, and it certainly seems to be blowing a lot more.
Always a good indicator, Jack, those trees there. As the ensuing play on, the new rule there, John, with the not having to kick out of the goal square and just run and go. It's really opened things up here. As Boxer, great name, Johnny Boxer for the Tigers, gets them forward. And there's a chain of Tigers. They're out the back here. No surface player within Cooey. And an easy goal to Big Ratslap. So what happened there, John? Surface got caught out the back.
Just caught out a bit lazy because Surface certainly got the quick kick out of full back.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, Labrador got that quick kick out of full back and just rolled on and...
Well, they call that coast to coast, Jack, and that went coast to coast as quick as you'd like. It was one or two clearing kicks, one handball over the back, and Surface were just not set up for that. Whether they were just daydreaming there, but
Trent Goldfinch, who's Ratslap's man, or is it? No, he's on. Who was he on there? Beg your pardon. Let's use the full forward.
Well, they could have raffled it.
Out a bit. Yeah, Ratslap was out. He was the recipient of some.
Yeah, they could have raffled it in the end. They had a couple out the back. So anyway, we start again, and balls bounce. Newton up against Davidson. Labrador this time get the clearing handball out. They come out to the near side. This looks like young Boxer again, the man I spoke of early. Keeps the ball in. Lovely done with the tap of the hand and gets a quick handball out. The umpire will adjudicate that as a throw. So Surface take it away with the advantage. See if they can settle things down and hit a couple of targets.
Dylan
Mutu, Southport player. To Kane Ford, gets a quick handball. This time they move it up the middle. Nice aggressive play here from the Demons to Nick Scott. And that kick's not an aggressive kick, that's kicked out to the pocket and things get nullified there with a boundary throw in. So they went into the middle there, Jack, the Demons, and it looked, you want your next kick probably top of the goal square and put some pressure on the defence, not out in that pocket.
No, that's the defensive side for Brody, and that's where they really didn't want it, having the attacking tendency there.
There's a boundary throw in, and Labrador will clear this one away with a hacking kick that could end up out of bounds, and it does. Now, John, last year we saw a bit of these two teams. Surface were right up there in the top four in a prelim final, where Labrador, after a premiership in 2017 and a grand final appearance in 2018, losing to Palm Beach, they really the rebuild started last year, I think, for the Tigers, and it looks like it is continuing this year, although they have shown some good form in patches, but just haven't strung together 4 quarters yet this year. So today will be that consistency over 4 quarters will be what they're after, I think.
Oh, with zipping too, you got to sort of just roll it forward and just throw the body on the line and throw everything at it.
I think they're finding out about a few of the new recruits and where they fit in. They still have got some of the mainstays they've had over those glory days a few years ago. So if they can get the mix right and find a few settled positions, they might be a danger later in the year. But they've started well here, the Tigers. They are 1 goal 6. The Demons yet to score. So the Demons this time through Ford has been busy. A bit on the end of that, although there's a slight fumble, and Labrador will go. They're switching the ball well here, both sides, going left to right, coming out to the near side now. They've got a number 9 there for the Tigers in Graham, the on-baller. Let's see what he looks to do here. He's got numbers in board. Chiseling little ball into Alex McKay. I've been impressed with as well. The young nuggety midfield. That's a lovely kick forward and hits big Hugo Barry on the chest. There's another one. He's a tall, wiry, sort of a third tall down there, John. Hugo Barry, and he's impressed me in what I've seen so far. So let's see. Now I've given him a wrap. See how he goes with a set shot for goal.
Put the markers on him. That could happen. Young Davidson there had a little bit of the ball to swing it inboard then. Good kick, because they had probably the majority of the play thus far, but just turned it over a little bit.
And as we speak, Jack Barry doesn't make a liar of me. I did give him a wrap, and there was no commentator's curse there. He split the middle, and Labrador off to a flyer, which is what you always want to do when you're travelling away, is to get off to a good start.
Yeah.
And
that breeze is favouring their end
not only
a little bit.
silence the crowd, but
it has sat the crowd on their backsides a little bit. Okay, yeah, so their on-ball crew have been in the ascendancy as well.
Yeah, as you mentioned there, a couple of the on-ballers, Jared Graham, Alex McKay starting to get a bit of it, and that man Davidson, number 2, looks very handy as well for the Tigers. So Big Newton for the Demons gets them away very well with the tap, but Labrador shark it. They come out to this side again. They've been successful a couple of times with the switch. Have to be clean here with the hands. They weren't. They're outnumbered now. The Demons get around it.
Van der Werken did well to put a tackle on there.
Did well, and ball gets hacked. I think we'll see a bit of the play on this side, John,
Yep,
with the wind
yep.
coming, like you said, from the southeast. The footy will find its way out onto this wing, but Labrador just had to be a little cleaner there. They had a one-on-one and a runner going past, but Surface managed to rein him in. So there's a ball in on the forward flank for the Demons, and the ruckman go out. I think there was high contact on young Newton there. Umpire, there was. So Surface come forward. Kick to a contest. There was hands in the back there. Let's see if they take the advantage. No, they won't. They'll bring that back. So the Demons have had their fair share of the ball. They've just had trouble joining the dots that last kick inside 50, which, as we all know, is the most important one.
Labrador have sat back, defended back well here. They've plenty of numbers. That's a short kick from Surface.
That's Noah Corbett, John, the Southport listed player, but has played a lot of footy here with the Demons. So he finds Nicholas O'Hare, strongly built young man. That's a better looking kick. He squared that up to a dangerous spot to Dan Green. Strongly built as well. And the goal kicker, regular goal kicker here for the Demons, leading goal kicker last year. But Labrador deal with it. It was a hurried kick, and they've turned it over again. So Labrador have settled the quicker of the two.
They certainly have. Their setup and their switch has been pretty damn good thus far.
Here we go again. It's on the just on the 50-metre arc for the Demons. There's a flying shot. Labrador have got that covered with numbers back as Wade Mills just sees it trickle over for a behind there. So they've got players out already, the Tigers. That's, although well done there, chopped off there by Nathan Trevina for the D's and pops it inboard, but
not a great kick.
The Tigers strongly come out and intercept
7,
the mark
Jaden
there.
Young.
Jaden Young.
For Labrador, yep.
They've got some strongly built defenders down there, the Tigers. So here we go, that Alex McKay, that man we spoke of for the Tigers. Nuggety midfielder that goes in and under.
Chopped it inboard.
Surface win out. There's numbers inboard there, but they'll need to be quick and clean. Nick Scott, the former Broadbeach Cat, chiselling ball to Green, starting to get his hands on it as a key forward. A couple of early touches never hurt. So he's a long way from home. Decides to handball, and it goes to no one. So now they're in trouble. And that's a strong tackle there by Hayden Keel, a Southport Premiership player, a bit of a journeyman, played a lot of footy.
Very lucky to get away with that.
Yeah, the handball just
gave him nothing.
Well, initially the handball from Green wasn't great either, so a couple of mistakes now. Surfers will just have to settle if they want to get on the scoreboard. But like you said, I think Labrador are kicking with the aid of that breeze. This is Prestigard, number 2 for the D's, a very, very reliable defender, as that ball has been taken out of bounds. So, yeah, I just think Labrador have settled the better and maybe just a little bit more fire in the belly. 0-2 as we spoke about. It's just a must-win for them against the neighbours here at Surface.
Lakeman's going off there with a, looks like he got a dead arm there in that tackle.
Contest now, and that one, the umpire says, I'll have that, thank you. We'll ball that up.
39 for Service Paradise. Who's 39 for Service Paradise?
Here they go again. Good body work by the Tigers ruckman there as they get it moving forward. Quick chain of handballs. They need to be clean, and they weren't. And we have probably our 10th boundary throw in, John, for the afternoon.
We haven't been far away from the action. There's certainly been plenty of mistakes made, especially the handball turnovers as well.
Yeah, you can't put it down to the weather really, mate.
No.
It is blowing a little bit, but missed handballs, I think, is just that perceived pressure, mate. They just haven't settled yet. So here we go. Rankin gets in. Scott again. Chain of handballs comes out the back. That was well set up by the D's. They get it forward. It's got numbers. Strong tackle there. Umpire holds the whistle and adjudicates that there was no prior opportunity. Wow. So another ball in the same position as we had 30 seconds ago.
I think Corbett was lucky there, Julian, to get away with that. I think
there
may have been prior opportunity. But yeah, we'll go with the umpire.
Always got to, John. Always got to. As the ruckman duke it out there. Big Green, well done. He took it out of the ruck, handled it to the running forward, puts it to a dangerous spot. But they're holding up well in defence. They're retreating, the Tigers. They're set up nicely.
Just that last kick into the deep forward line to the Surface is proving there.
Mills has got that out there to Rhett Lloyd. They work in tan and they've got it as far as centre wing, but things break down a little and Surface counts and force the ball up. So that was a really impressive ruck work there from the Matthew Green, who's more of a key forward type, and he does pinch hit in the ruck. He's doing that again as we speak. But bodied his opponent under the ball and grabbed it and got it moving forward. So here they go again, Surface. Can they hit a target inside 50? It just hasn't worked for them as yet.
Corbett.
They've got another chance. Here we go. Vanderwerken. Handball. Maybe they're over handballing. Vanderwerken have a kick. A flying shot. That's better. Hits the mark on that one. The blonde speedster, number 32, Dan Vanderwerken, one of the club's favourite sons here. Beautiful mover. Just runs up and down that wing all day, and he showed them how the ball needs to be finished through the goals there, John.
Terrific handball from Corbett off the ground there to get it back to Vanderwerken. Just proved a little bit like cleaner handballs they've had first part of the game just to get things moving.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Vanderwerken over the years. Not so much of a midfielder, but just that wingman that keeps running and gets on the end of the chain and can finish a goal as we saw there. Yeah. So
certainly knew where the ball was going.
Just a settler there for the D's, the home side. Anzac round, I should say, clash round 4 in the Quaffle Premiership season. So here we go again. The Tigers win this clearance, and they have been in top in that area. That's a long kick out to Retzlaff. The kick favoured him. Thought he took it on the chest, but the umpire said no, play on. So the Demons through Jewel, pump it back up the wing. Green, the man we spoke of, impressive before, does well to halve that contest. They get it out to their runners. Away go the Demons. They're starting to settle now. Big Green onto that left boot, but a good spoil there. Good roving. They've got numbers now. If they can get on the end of this, the Demons will be clean. Well done. Handball goes inside. Was there a high tackle? No, it was good. Play-on's a call. Pressure's great from Labrador. They might lock this up. They can't afford to let this one spill out the back. Surface have got numbers. But they do well to have that stoppage there. And seeing some better ball use now from Surface. They are a running side, Jack. Yeah, and they're starting to move and hit targets a little better now, just settling in.
Corbett, the man on the ground, flicking the handball out again then too.
He's your boy, Corbett. You've called him a couple of times. So strong bullocking stuff there by the Tigers. They've managed to turn this into a scrap, and just the two different styles of play. I know that Surface love to run and use the space out this big oval here, and they have a side that capable of that. Couple of speedsters and their on-ballers can run and carry as well. As we see this, Hayden Keel just pinched that one like a thief in the night out of the stoppage and decided to go the check side and just across the face of the goal. But as I was saying, Jack, the Surface do rely on their run and carry, and if they're missing handballs like they were earlier, that's going to break down, and I'm sure Labrador will be happy with stoppage after stoppage because they're a bit more of a physical side that love the contest. So I think that's the two contrasts of these two neighbouring Gold Coast clubs at this stage. So Labrador bring the footy in. It's a lovely long kick in, and Johnny Boxer, love that name, lovely chest mark, gets things moving. Here they go. That's an up and under there by big Reese Jesse Maple. Retzlaff's been busy. Always competes hard, Bryce Retzlaff, the former Brisbane Lion.
Just that last kick into the half forward there to Retzlaff to let the Labrador down.
Yeah,
just
a bit of an up and under to a nowhere
2-on-1,
position, wasn't it?
2-1
Yeah.
against.
So Retzlaff, John did spend some time at the Lions and did look good there for a number of years, but just since then has been a good quality quaffle footballer.
With Labrador for that time.
Yes, last few years with the Tigers, so he's been a great pickup.
Yeah,
and they just
good height,
build that forward line around him.
very mobile.
Mobile for a big man,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Certainly looking to go through him on those forward drives.
Here we go, the big ruckman go at it. Big Davidson's a big, strong boy, number 26 in the ruck for the Tigers. Once he parks his body in front, it's no getting around. A bit Mumford-like, isn't he, John?
He likes to set that physical presence around the rucks at this stage.
I like Nick Scott's game so far. Number 8 for the Demons coming out of the back line. Doesn't let me down. Hits the target with his handball, although they're retreating, the D's. That's a short one. It does go to 15, the required distance, just although that one's put him under pressure. They've over-handballed again here. Oh, there's a push in the back and it was dangerous. Corbett into the Labrador player head first.
Yeah, lucky Corbett's a strong fella because that could have hurt.
You won't see him take a backward step. He's given the brow a little bit of a wipe and he's getting on with it. Here we go again. That's a good handball that releases forward. But the kick misses and Mills' experience just fumbles that one over the line.
Beautiful offload from Joshua Matulis.
Yeah, he was the one that put number 5 forward into space there. You're right. The timing of that was impeccable.
Correct. Very, very nice indeed.
So forward pocket, right-hand side for the Demons, looking to catch the Tigers on the scoreboard. And they're first of the footy there. Tackles well done. Vanderwerken gets a handball out to Scott. What can he do here? Chiselling ball. Oh, and it does find its mark there. The Labrador player just fell to the back of that contest. And that's Jack Mentha for the D's. And he'll have a shot from about 45 straight in front. Bearing in mind that wind's coming from left to right, he'll need to aim probably at the left point post here as Mentha comes in. Good sturdy approach. That's a lovely looking ball. That never looked like missing, Jack, straight into those trees.
No, he's certainly jammed that.
And all of a sudden, things have turned around. We find the Demons 2 goals, 3-15 ahead in the contest for the first time today. The Tigers, things have dried up a little bit for them. It's 2 goals, 0-12.
Yeah, just tighten up the skills a bit, Service, and a few of their handball targets, a few of their kicking targets, just hitting the spot. Scott's been prominent. Nick Scott there, just squeezed a nice one out to that centre half forward spot.
He has.
Where
You're right.
Hayden Keel was a beneficiary. Yeah,
the Demons' first five or so minutes was very shaky, and they kept giving the Tigers use of the footy. So they've tidied that up, and they look a very attacking unit at the moment. So let's see what happens with his clearance. Labrador have done well through the big man we spoke of, Lockie Davidson, but Harris Newton wins that one. And the Demons go forward again through forward. Here we go again. There's an ensuing battle. Ball hits the deck. Can they hold it in this time, the Demons? Well done, the Dusty Martin fend off. And he does well. He gets it inboard. Flying shot at goal. That one just faded across the face. That was the number 72, Charles Ford.
Yes.
Not sure if he's a relation to Kane, number 5, but Charles Ford, I believe, is a NEFL listed player with the Sharks. One of a number for the Demons here, so...
I think he's related to Henry Ford. Sounds
Henry.
like a very prominent name, yeah.
You could go on and on about the Fords, Jack. Here we go.
Trent Goldfinch.
The theme continues with Surface, and that man, Scott, again, chisels a ball, and it's a lovely ball that finds Dan Green, the goal-kicking machine. here for the D's, the number 22.
Very much the same spot as that last goal. Kick for Tequil.
No stranger to a set shot. And after the last one from Mentha, he'll get a good look at this and a good line. So as Big Dan Green comes in, deliberate action, left foot, and they like that. The cries of as soon as it left the boot. Goal umpire didn't have to move.
He didn't, he just squatted down and watched it sail overhead, and you took your advice once again, Julian, with the left goal post, aimed at it. And
I think it was the last two set shots have been very deliberate, a little bit lower and more penetrating kicks, so the wind hasn't got hold of those, Jack. But so the Demons have fixed that inside 50 issue they had earlier where they just couldn't spot up a target, and it was poor ball use, but they've fixed that right up, and they've piled 3 goals on the board in no time at all. So let's see if Labrador can answer here. There's a bit of loose checking on the wing out here. They're letting the young debutant Cooper Anderson for the Tigers just
giving him a little bit of room.
Just wander around on his own. Yeah. So let's see if he can exploit that. The umpire bounces that. They'll have to be recalled. And
Paddy Rankin for service. He's quite happy to go on his own there.
Yeah, experienced campaigner too, Paddy Rankin. Speedster. Good user of the ball, so he's backing himself in. But as we say, the debutant had a chance there, Cooper Anderson, to get his hands on there. He just ran past it. It just needs a couple of early, not sure if you can remember your debut, John, all those years ago, a couple of early touches that give him a bit of confidence.
I can't.
Here we go, Davidson for the Tigers, gets them going forward. Can they give Big Ratzlaff some use? Here we go there. Ball's in dispute. Surface come away with it. So they're getting on top. There's a push out there. Play on's a call. 2-on-1. Labrador fire this back in through number 11, Nick Jackson. The kids pump back in. Surface have numbers back. They're not getting caught out the back this time. That man, Paddy Rankin, cleans up. They move it out to the near side. He'll have to be quick. Does well with a little shimmy and a little shake. Goes to Matt Green. Gets the hands out free. That one's kicked to the pocket and it'll probably float out of bounds. So good repelling work there from the surface defence. A couple of kicks to a dangerous spot there, and Big Ratzlaff was kept out of that contest.
Yeah, good raking left foot out of fullback. Ratzlaff's direct opponent is...
Yeah, that's Big Jewel, I believe. Sam Jewel.
Yeah. So Goldfinch is
good size as well, good mobile type.
Yeah.
As Labrador just didn't look up as they were coming out of the defence there and pumped it straight down to one of Surface's best players in Brodie Haberfield, who hasn't got his brother out there this afternoon, but Brodie's no stranger to holding up that back line for the Demons. As
poor kick from Goldfinch.
Turn the footy over again. So let's see what Labrador can do this time. That's young number 10, Johnny Boxer.
It is great.
I kid you not. John Boxer. That's better use. Just hits the hit-up target. And they go forward through Michael Lakeman. That's a lovely... Well, Ratzlaff played for the free kick. He threw the arms out as if to say, I was shepherded, sir, and they agreed with him. So a bit of experience there from Ratzlaff. Got out-pointed. But umpire agreed with him as a shepherd. So Bryce Ratzlaff will have a shot.
It was Nick Scott, I think, that had that free kick against him. He telegraphed it, didn't look at the ball. So the umpire, as soon as they see
poor
that...
old Sam Jules on the mark. So he has to take the rap for that. But one for the team. But Ratzlaff, who's the key pillar down there, this should be his bread and butter from 35 out, slide angle. Breeze over his shoulder. Ratzlaff comes in. 2 steps, bang. Umpire doesn't move. That's a lovely answer back from the Tigers. So well done there. We probably put that goal down to our boy Johnny Boxer there. That's transitional little chisel ball up the middle, hit a target, bang. Next kicks down to a dangerous spot for Big Bryce.
And the Big Bryce, and they'd be happy with that, I think, Labrador, given the amount of play they've had. That Surface have had dominated play in the last 10 minutes.
Well, it's 3 goals apiece, John, and you've got to say that Surface have had most of the run of the play, apart from the first 5 minutes. So I things just about all square. 3 goals, 4-22 to the home side, just with their noses in front to Labrador. Lovely kicking, 3 goals straight, 18. As we renew hostilities here, the ruckmen go at it again. Davidson, that time won by the youngster for the Demons in Newton. Surface go forward, they win the clearance, although the ball is hacked forward. It's not a great kick, but here they go around again. Good smother there by the Tigers.
Forwards kick smother.
Left foot ball, this has to hit its target. It doesn't, but there's a free kick. They play on with the advantage.
Mackay.
This is Mackay. It's a dangerous customer. It's a lovely kick. Retzlaff's coming into the game.
Got a loose.
He's turned and just bombed that forward. Doesn't hit its mark. Ball's running, and just trickles out of bounds there in the far pocket. So,
yeah, Retzlaff kicks probably a little bit high and hopeful there, just given that breeze.
Probably just tried to bang it forward, get it into a dangerous spot.
Jesse Maple, didn't have much of a chance to get the hands on.
You're right, probably could have held that up and hit up a leading target, but here they go again. Dangerous spot still for the Tigers. They've got themselves back in this contest. Oh, it's a good tackle. That must be holding the ball. And he was blindsided there by the number 40, Jared Mills, who saw the play unfold and was licking his chops. It's a lovely tackle there on, I believe that might be Jack Prestigard, the experienced campaigner, the defender for the D's.
Yeah,
just didn't see it coming, John.
Yeah, and probably didn't hear a call if it was given.
No, it happened quickly, so here we go. We'll find out a little bit about Jared Mills. He'll need to aim for the right-hand goal post. It's a neat low dart and just does enough to get over the line, so it's a seesawing game, John.
Yeah.
The Tigers
hitting the lead, they'd be very happy with that. Given can't have too long to go in the quarter, and to get those 2 late goals, they'd be wrapped with. And terrific tackle too from Mills. Yeah, as he said, he would have been licking his chops, seeing that handball come in front of him.
So a good game of footy ensuing here, John. Saturday afternoon, Sir Bruce Small Park, Anzac round. Both teams settling in nicely after a shaky, scrappy old start. Both teams starting to flare up and play some good attractive football. So it's goal for goal at the moment, and we're seeing no one with the real ascendancy in the clearances as yet. It's been halved. So here they go again. Davidson and the big fella for Surface, and this time gets back to Davidson. He handballs to his namesake in Tom Davidson. It's a lovely kick. That's how you like him, streaming out of the forward line.
Yeah, plenty of space. Retzlaff.
That man we spoke of earlier, Retzlaff, had space to lead into the on-baller in Tom Davidson, had time to deliver, and here's we see a set shot on goal 25 metres out, so just a little bit even easier shot than he had a couple of minutes ago, Jack.
Big fella Lockie Davidson, some nice hands there. Just to be Johnny on the spot there to get those quick hands out to Davidson. Now, are they related? Do we know?
Well,
the size difference would say not.
Haven't done my research on that far, John, but here we go. But we do know that Retzlaff is a goal kicker, and he has slotted another one. Second for the quarter. So well done. It is seesawing. 5 minutes ago, Surface looked like they were going to pile on the goals. Yeah. They went inside 50 about 8 times in a row, and now Labrador have just tightened things up, and they've answered with the last 3 goals. So
we just took the foot off the pedal a little bit, Surface there. Everything was going their way, and
maybe
just a couple of breaks, a couple of turnovers, and 3 goals in 5 minutes.
It has been. It's what we want to see, though. We want to see goals kicked in, at both ends and a high-scoring contest. Good open game and lovely afternoon for footy. As Newton and Davidson go at it again. Newton's getting his hand on it, but the Tigers seem to be sharking this. This time Vanderwerken gets it. It's a scrappy old kick. Paddy Rankin gets it moving forward as well, and that is it for the first quarter here.
Good idea from Rankin there to hit it on. Just didn't quite bounce up in the...
So as we said, seesawing game in which 8 goals have been kicked in the first quarter. The Labrador Tigers, beautiful conversion rate in front of goals, 5 goals straight, 30 points. 8 points ahead of the home side, Surfers Paradise, 3 goals for 22. And we will be back after a short break. Don't go anywhere for round 4 quaffle action here. Surfers Paradise versus Labrador Tigers. Back with the second quarter shortly. Welcome back, everybody, here to Sir Bruce Small Park at Benoa. And we've got an enthralling contest, round 4 quaffle action. Also Anzac round. So we have a close contest here with the Labrador Tigers, the visiting side, 5 goals straight, 30, just with their noses in front to Surfers Paradise Demons, 3-4-22. And I'm with John Pekin here, affectionately known as Jack.
Yes.
Pekin. And what did you make of that first quarter, John?
Well, it's a bit hard to work out earlier when all the turnovers are made, Julian. So it took us 5-7 minutes to actually for both teams to settle and get that last disposal right, because they were both turning the ball over in their
Who
forward
was
line.
prominent, would you say, for Labrador, mate?
Labrador, Davidson was prominent.
Davidson, number 2.
Red Slaff was doing plenty of
Red Slaff was busy up forward, correct.
Yeah.
And
Johnny Boxer had his hand on the ball
Boxer.
plenty of time, so
We love that name. And for the Demons, I think
Nick
we'll
Scott,
agree that Nick Scott, number 8, was busy. Kane Ford, number 5, in the midfield there.
Matthew Green was good around the ball too.
Green was
Good
industrious.
hands.
Here we go in the second quarters away, and that man we just mentioned, Kane Ford, gets the ball out. And to the big ruckman in Newton, they hack it forward. So Surface will have the first foray forward. They'll have to be clean with this one as the pressure comes in from the Tigers. Vanderwerken does well. He beats 1, he beats 2. He gets out of Houdini-like to get, but the pressure caught up with him in the end and he coughed it up. But he beat 3 or 4 there. Ball's hacked out by Labrador, but it's straight into the waiting arms of Jack Prestigar. Prestigar hits the target. Paddy Rankin has it just outside the 50 for the D's. This one hits the target inside the 50, and that
Dylan
is
Mutu.
the number 58, Dylan Mutu. So he'll kick it from just outside 50, breeze over the right shoulder. So it will favour him here. We probably will say that is the goal scoring end, as the breeze maybe has definitely swung in that direction, John. So
more subtly.
We'll see what this kick of Mutu's does in the air as he moves in deliberately, has a set shot. It's got the legs, and he's definitely had the breeze over the shoulder there, because that kick travelled 60 metres and went over the fence. So good bit of play there. Vanderwerken was exciting there as he weaved in and out of 3 or 4 defenders, but just a bit filthy with himself because he was flying and just missed the kick. But Surface was set up well outside the 50 and it came straight back in. Mutu on the end of it and goal. So Surface done well to work their way back into this contest. Only 2 points behind now, John.
Yeah, but Vanderwerken was exciting, man. And they were hands-off approach there from Labrador. They were waiting for him to do something with it or give it to somebody. Weaved a bit of magic. Good to watch, apart from his final disposal there.
So Davidson and Newton go at it again. Contrast to the build of those 2 young men. Davidson the solider and Newton probably a little bit taller and more agile. So it's a good contest here as Labrador win this clearance. They go forward. Jewel does well to keep it in front of him and not let it pass to a dangerous position. Handball comes out. He wasn't ready for it though. Newton the ruckman goes in well and locks it up for his side there. Just on the 50-metre paint for the Labrador Tigers. So
you could say that Newton does have the aerial height over Davidson.
He does, the Warri customer. Davidson has got the strong body, as we said before, Mumford-like. So Scott, it's been busy. Oh, that was tackle slipped over the shoulder, but umpire was blindsided. Doesn't see anything untoward there.
Graham probably did drop the shoulders a little bit in Scott's defence.
So here we go again. Ensuing ball in as Newton and Davidson lock arms. They go in it, and Davidson has the advantage there in those hustle-bustle boundary throw-ins with the body, the extra body. That's number 39 for Surface. We haven't mentioned yet the recruit, I believe, in Jack Yelland, who's been quite good, I believe, for the start of this year. And he's had a quiet start to the game, Yellen.
He certainly has. He hasn't
He's a
sort
strong-looking midfielder, and let's see if he can get himself into this game. But here we go there. This comes out to Van der Werken again, who's been busy, held without it, but play on's a call. They've got it out to Brody Haberfield, who's got his own footy if he can win it cleanly, but he hacks it. Bit of perceived pressure there. He's after territory. So there's a foot race. The ball goes out to the far side, and Labrador are going to win out. They get numbers back quickly. Handball goes inside, puts his teammate under pressure. There's a good tackle there from the forward in Dan Green. Play on's a call. Umpire swallowed his whistle. Another cries for ball from the Labrador supporters on the hill. Surface went out. There's a kick forward, but Labrador will outnumber them 4-1, so they're getting numbers around the contest. Here we go out this way to the first gamer, and Cooper Anderson, Jack, streaming up the win. What's happened there? It's just drifted out of bounds on the full. He'd be disappointed, the youngster there. So the wind just got hold of that one. So here we go, and Hayden Keel, we spoke of him earlier, quality footballer. Kane Ford's been in everything too, John. I like his game so far.
He's been very prominent.
That's a lovely looking kick too. And is that man Yelland? It is. He might come into it for us, Jack. Jack Yelland.
Yeah.
He's got the shoulder, shoulder taped up as well, like most midfielders.
Yeah.
So forward, that man again. He wants to go. He does. He runs around, but ball smothered. Labrador read it like a book. So here we go again. Chain of handballs goes out wide. Brody Haberfield. It's a hacking ball. It's a chaos ball. See what happens. Can a demon get on the end of it? Labrador tackle well. They lock it up. And there's I thought with that a couple of extra seconds of silence there, the umpire was going to pay a free kick.
But seemed to have swallowed his whistle a little bit this first part of this quarter.
I think it's what we like, mate. We like to see him go at it. There's a flying shot there, so Labrador can breathe a sigh of relief. It didn't go through. That was number 72. Charles Ford.
Henry's brother again.
Certainly
attacking this industry.
Dangerous young Charlie Ford.
Is Sid Neefle listed, Julian?
I believe so. The Southport player. So here we go, the Tigers. Can they hit a target here? Oh, there's a bit of pressure there, and Alex Mackay.
Not sure about it. And,
just couldn't get the jukes around that. As Keel under pressure as well, beats a couple. Wow. That was just a hacking kick under pressure, but fortuitous because it finds its mark in Nicholas O'Hare. Nicholas with a U. Nicholas, as in Jack Nicholas O'Hare. So well done.
Two first names.
I believe.
Or is that two surnames?
O'Hare had a shot up the other end in the first quarter. It struck it quite well, but so this is up the other end. Let's see what he can do. He'll have to aim for the right-hand goalpost here, I believe. O'Hare moves in slowly. And he does well. That has bent like a boomerang, but he did aim outside the right goalpost and bent it back beautifully. So
knew what he was doing.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
And the kick
there.
In from Hayden Keel was a ripper. I think you said it was a bit of a hacking kick, but he just had enough time to steady and kick it low.
It was a bullet, wasn't it?
It was a bullet.
It was a chiseling type ball. But
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, well, I was probably a bit harsh, John, actually, when he said he hacked it, because he was under pressure that he actually hit the chest of O'Hare.
I'm not calling you up, Julian. I just thought I saw something you may not have.
I don't mind being pulled up at all, John. Man of your experience.
But he's been prominent, Keel, hasn't he, really all day?
Yeah, quality player. And like I said, Surface have those running types that just continue to run and use this big ground. So the more open a game it is, if they want to shoot out, Labrador might be in a little bit of trouble. So here we go again. That doesn't give the young ruckman for Surface a chance. So the umpire will throw that one up to make it an even contest here. So Davidson and Harris Newton go at it. Newton, the taller man, wins out with the tap forward, but Labrador have sharked it there. The strong-bodied midfielder in Alex Mackay. Good hands out the back. As here we go, the wiry debutant, number 51, Cooper Anderson. He's under the pump. He's finding that waffle level footy. You just don't have a lot of time
just a tiny amount of hesitation, and that's all it takes.
Yeah.
And the ball doesn't come up into the
Just a
chest.
half little fumble is enough to put you under pressure at this level, Jack. So the ruckman go at it again. Here we go. Who can win it? That's Keel again, your man. He has hacked it that time, Jack. And he's turned it over.
A bit of spiral on that
I'll
one.
claim that one. The number 28 there, Brad Carter, the key defender.
Hasn't got much to go to. He's going for the big man.
It's a percentage kick though, John, isn't it? It's a percentage kick. He does well to hit the target in Lachlan
He
Davidson.
does move well for a big man, Davidson.
Yeah, I spoke to a few people before the game. They're happy with him, with Lachlan Davidson. He's a tireless worker in the ruck and just a lion-hearted type that gives you everything. So that's what you want as we go forward here. Surfers will mop this up with no trouble through Prestigar. Nick Scott puts it onto his left, but I think it's coming back. Labrador should win out here through their number 11, Nick Jackson.
Jacko.
Cries of Jacko, and he hits a target there. He hits up Sam Walker.
Certainly a bit more of an emphasis on Labrador against the Breeze this quarter to keep the ball. So, and they've done that so well.
Joining
so
the dots well because all the players are back, John, so they go inboard. Wade Mills gets himself into a dangerous spot. What can he do here? He pumps it forward and Surfers get back. That's Prestigar. I mentioned him earlier, John. Really reliable defender. Good clean hands and highly skilled. So what's Prestigar got? He does a percentage one up the line to Green and ball hits the deck. Surfers have the numbers and they have the runners through Charlie Ford, who's been busy in this term. Here we go now. Can they get out through O'Hare, the last goal kicker? That looks like Mentha. Here we go, O'Hare again. Kicks to a 2-on-2. Labrador fumble it, and there's problems now. There's problems. It hits the deck. Oh, but they didn't make them pay. One of the Labrador players fell over, creating a 2-on-1 for the Demons, but they just weren't clean, and the snap over the shoulder went out of bounds. So a let off there.
Who was that, Dylan Mutu? Or quite sure. 52.
So a 5-point ball game. Surfers have now gained the ascendancy. 5 goals, 5-35 with 2 goals this quarter. Labrador yet to score 5 goals, 0-30. Finding it hard against the Breeze. I think the Tigers this term, John, they've tried to join the dots and hit those hit-up targets. They did it well here, got it to Mills, and then the ensuing ball in the 50 was a bit of an up and under. So they'll have to fix up that ball use going forward if they want to score against the Breeze this quarter. So here we go now. They get it out the back, the Demons do, and it's a hook over the shoulder. Labrador falling over again. Maybe they need the screw-in studs, John, down there. And
certainly
that one's gone out of bounds. So a couple of crucial moments as a defender. As the ball's coming in, you just want to keep your feet. So sure they'll fix that up. The
Charles
Tigers.
Ford's been really prominent this part of this quarter. Yeah, very busy. Looking very comfortable in that forward line.
So umpire gets us underway again with the ball in. The ruckman go at it. That's young Alex McKay in and under. Oh, he's body slam there. Nathan Trevina's locked him up in a body slam, and the umpire's saying that McKay didn't really provide much of an effort to get that one out. So here we go through Mentha. Mentha kicks that one, hits the deck. Labrador should mop this up well. They do. There's a chain of handballs. They get it on the outside. And they continue. Oh, they've given it back again, and they've given it to Hayden Keel, who's a smooth mover and a good user of the ball normally. No exception. Who's he got it to there, John? Number 46 for the
Nicholas
Demons.
O'Hare. 2 surnames.
O'Hare. He's been Nicholas with the U as well. He's been quite good this term. He's kicked a goal and been involved in many of the forward thrust for the D's. So this will test him though. He'll kick from outside the paint, outside 50, but he's on the right side of the ground with the Breeze over his right shoulder. So O'Hare moves in slowly but deliberate and puts it up. He's struck it well. Wow. They like it on the hill. They like it. They're piled into the back of the ute as well behind the goals there. The Surfers supporters, and
A deliberate slow action, Julian, but seems to be dead-eye Richard, doesn't he?
That's O'Hare's second thaw of the term, John, and really it was created from a turnover coming out of the back line where the ball was kicked to Hayden Keel, and he was good
Keel
enough,
was good again,
cool
my man.
enough to hit up O'Hare.
Nice little fend.
Yeah, he did have to beat one or two.
Yeah.
So prominent for the Demons. You've got to say Charlie Ford, O'Hare's been good, and it's been all surface this second term. Let's see if Labrador can do what they did in the first term and turn things around. So here we go. Davidson and Newton. Umpire says play on. Newton couldn't get a run at it, but umpire lets it go. So here we go. Retzlaff drops what he should have taken.
Absolutely.
So the Tigers, one of their few forward thrusts, comes undone. That's good use of the ball, although Matthew Green coughs that one up and Wade Mills wraps him up. He's a beast of a man. Although it's tripled out the back, what's going to happen here is a one-on-one contest going into the surface forward line. Ball hits the deck. Someone's being held without it. The umpire agrees.
Was it Jack Mentha?
Jack Mentha. Also been busy this term.
Slow up. Yeah, all the 70s have been, all those high numbers for surface have been prominent.
Like a game of Keno, isn't it, Jack, with some of these numbers? So, Mentha, he has just rolled back and kicked that from 65 out and said, what's all the fuss about? That's
Brodie Haberfield.
He's given it, sorry, I looked away for a moment. Yeah. He's got the handball out to Brodie.
Johnny on the spot.
Brodie has got a good leg. He's come up from fullback to kick that, Brodie Haberfield, but he's a bit of a swingman, John. Brodie, he can go forward and cause havoc,
right.
but he can also play on your best forward as a defender. So such good value for his side. They love him down here at Small Park.
He's licking his lips when he saw that handball come out.
Yeah. I'll tell a lie, he's probably not actually playing that far back. He's playing at the half-back line. So
is he playing on Johnny Boxer? He is too.
So Labrador, they really need a settler here. They're having trouble playing against this breeze, which has picked up. So let's see if Davidson gets his hand on it. Nice little handball. Here we go. Can they maintain some possession? Alex McKay starting to come in, and that's it. Retzlaff, he's the man that you want the ball with. So he pumps it forward. That's Boxer. What can they do here? Can they at least lock it in and not let Surfers have that rebound that they've had done so well? But Vanderwerken's got it. And there's that rebound. Gets it on the forward. So the prime movers getting right into it. They've switched that one right out wide to Nicholas Harrison. He uses the left boot, and it's a lovely kick. It's a lovely kick to Matthew Green. He stops, props, kicks a short one, doesn't hit the mark, gets the 1-2. It's a long handball. It's going to put his mate under pressure. And it does. Yeah, that has to be holding the footy.
Yeah, not much to go to, Green, so he did the right thing by stopping and propping, but
the eyes did look up. He did have a look, but Labrador continue to turn the footy over, and it's causing problems. It's causing big problems because here they go. They're going to run into an open goal. Charlie Ford, John.
Wow, some high numbers.
And it's just mistakes that are costing the Tigers at the moment. Surfers have had all the running, and they have got right on top in this second term. They have kicked 5 goals to zip this term, Jack. So 8 goals, 5, 53. The home team against Labrador are stuck on 5 goals straight 30 as they were at quarter time.
Yeah, they just need to get a centre break. As before, they got that last centre break and it stayed down the forward line, even though they turned it over, but that was their first quick break. They just haven't had any quick breaks at all and haven't been able to just hit the targets
good
as well.
Summation, John, and like I said earlier, the Tigers, from what I've seen, have played good footy in patches, but they've struggled to sustain it, and that's what we're seeing here at the moment. Let's see if they can have a good patch. Green, the big number 21, has gone into the ruck for the D's to give Newton a bit of a reprieve, and here we go here, the Tigers, but again,
Cooper Anderson,
they've coughed the footy up. Paddy Rankin's got it, and if you're missing targets across the half-back line, it will prove fatal, and that's what's happened here. So that's O'Hare, the man lining up for his third for the term, John.
Yeah, he's been very prominent. He knows where to go, it seems. Especially, he's been working the right spots for those turnovers, because I think they've all been from turnovers. His marks inside 50.
It's been a turnover fest.
I do love his action. It's a very deliberate one. Holds the ball on that right-hand side.
There's no hop, skip and a jump. It's just a... And wow. Has the wind got that? It's just pushed it across the face. He struck it beautifully.
Might have put the mockers on him a little bit there.
Maybe a little bit high too, Jack. I think when you sit them up that high, the wind just gets hold of them. So Labrador, alarm bells are ringing. So here we go, Tigers. They come out to the defensive side. It's a lovely kick in, bit of body work there, well done. See if they can get the run of this. Players get worked under it and that goes out of bounds. So they'll probably take that, the Tigers, and just settle and regroup.
I think so.
See if they can have a rare foray forward and get it in the hands of Big Retzlaff, who was so busy and dangerous in that first turn. Just it's gone a bit cold down there with lack of action. So here we go. Green just
again.
taken across the head. The umpire lets it go. It's Nick Jackson battling in and under there for the Tigers. So even if they can halve the contest here for a little bit and stop the flow, John, I think that would be a win at this stage.
Needs to be stopped. I tell you what, Green, the last 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes coming in the ruck, has sort of certainly had plenty of it.
And he's up against Jesse Maple, their backup, or he's, just as I say that, he's gone off Maple for the Tigers. So Surface, use that run and spread game. Haberfield, good user by foot, no exception. And handball back to Haberfield. Low spearing ball, hits the deck. Can Labrador be clean here and not give the ball back to the Demons? They're under pressure. Turn and go. Does well, swings onto the left, although Prestigar will eat those up all day. Prestigar goes inboard.
To the Joshua Matulis.
Correct
pronunciation.
I'll run with that, John.
Yeah, right.
I don't know him
well enough to know.
well enough, so we'll run with Matulis.
Yeah, once again, that defensive kick out of Labrador's back line under pressure has turned over.
Matulis comes in. They've been slotting him from this position regularly this afternoon, but that one's gone to the near side for a behind. So Labrador just wouldn't want to let this blow out too much further, because they will have the aid of the breeze in the third term, but they really need to settle. Retzlaff pushed himself right up the other end of the ground to try and get a sniff. So good.
Can he play centre? Has he played much centre for Labrador since he's been here?
Who are we speaking of, John?
Retzlaff.
Retzlaff. I'm sure he's been thrown into the ruck at stages to get things moving, but such a dangerous key target for him up forward. So,
yeah.
Although
Repeated pay, Paul. Is that what the coaches are thinking?
So I think they'd have their quite a big side, Labrador. Plenty of options going into the middle. The other key forward, Hugo Barry, number 14, the wiry customer, just on his own in the middle. They need a little bit more out of him, Jack. He haven't called his name too much today. So here we go. Let's see who can get involved here. Vanderwerken works his way in the front. It's quick handballs. They're out here, Labrador, if they can get it over the back. Snapping ball. Good, strong tackle there by Alex McKay. That's what you like to see. They come in, the Labrador Tigers. The pressure's good, although Keel. They work their way out with hands, the Demons. Well done. They soaked up that pressure well. And Haberfield's just coughed that one up to the big ruckman, Lockie Davidson. Handball to Mills. Back to Davidson. Pump it in. What can Labrador do here? They're horribly outnumbered in our position. So Jewel, chiseling ball inboard. And look at the numbers running out wide. They've got off the chain here. I think that's going out to Paddy Rankin. Oh! Gee, the Labrador player was generous and kind not to clean him up there. That was the number 52 for the Tigers. Had him
Josh
cold.
Deacon.
Yeah, Joshy Deacon. So Paddy Rankin was running eyes on the ball, wide open, but they tried to switch it out, but couldn't quite get that one done. So here they go again, winning well on top now in the stoppages, the D's.
That breeze has drifted around a little bit more easterly now. I reckon it's coming straight into our commentary box.
It has done a full
So
swing.
hopefully Labrador can take a little bit of an advantage of that and eke some movement forward.
Here we go. Like I said, on top in the stoppages, the D's. So forward, goes forward. And Labrador repel at half back. They've got numbers on the switch to the number 32 in
Rhett
Lloyd.
Hasn't seen a great deal of it yet.
Here's the youngster, John. Cooper Anderson.
Yeah, how's your other man?
Lopey top. He's hit a target. Well done, young boy. And the other man I spoke of that we need to see more of, Hugo Barry. I've seen him do some good work up forward earlier in the year. So Barry, they decide to chip this one across, looking for the switch. They just wouldn't want to turn this one over at this stage. So that's a better kick to Matthew Watmarth.
Just
Here we
more
go.
of an attacking side of the ground for him if they can.
Better use by foot. They retain it here. So Deacon does well. He's been in the play here. Mills, the experienced campaigner. Let's settle things down for his side here. Big Wade Mills, former Brisbane Lion.
Not a lot of
and
movement.
That's not a lot of movement and not a great kick. So Thomas Davidson couldn't do much about that. So here we go there. Kane Ford's got his own footy at the moment. He's just racking them up. But that kick's a little bit hurried. Here we go. And the Tigers come out. Couldn't hit a target, so surface. Noah Corbett gets set upon. So here we go again. Ball
There you go,
bobbles
Charlie Ford.
out of bounds. And Jack Yellen, John, 39 for Surfers, has come into it a little bit more this quarter. I'm told he's one of the gun recruits and looks at home in the midfield.
Loss for the Service Paradise. Young Newton just got shoulder charged there and he's will need a bit of attention.
Right.
Well, Green comes straight back on for him.
Yep. Newton has got a bit of a hobble up, so we'll get an update on that.
Big
Green,
shoulder.
Dan Green, left foot snap. That's going to go right across and miss everything out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, he came off for a long while on the ground too, Dan Green. He was on the bench. Has he got something wrong? He's got the head wrapped up.
Sure, we'll keep our eye on him, but another footy that's got too much on the kick and the wind has carried that out on the full. So Labrador are continuing to give the ball back in the hands of the Surfers Paradise team.
Paddy Rankin, is it? Yes.
Paddy Rankin.
Why not give it
He'll
a
go backwards to go forwards to Brody Haberfield. An aggressive kick, and it doesn't come off because Alex McKay's chopped this one off. Can they play fast here? They got numbers out. That's the number 34 in Lakeman. Can he be clean? Can he beat Haberfield? Oh, he might have been tripped there. The umpire says play on. Well done by Haberfield to hold things up. They were out there, the Tigers, and that would have been a real game changer and a momentum shifter, I reckon, John, if young Lake.
Definite momentum shifter. And it would have come from nowhere. Just
Young Michael Lakeman just couldn't get around Haberfield.
Haberfield,
there,
no. Very good defence, Haberfield. Not to give the free kick away as well.
So here we go. Young Alex McKay's trying to will his side on. You can see he's the engine room in there at the moment.
He's certainly been trying his guts out for the last little bit and had a few touches, prominent touches in the last 5 minutes.
So these goals against the Breeze are like gold, Jack. They're worth 2, I reckon. So if Labrador can lock it in here and get one with, the clock says 27 and a half minutes played, so they'll need to be quick. There can't be too much longer left in this first half.
Yeah, they
Here we
just...
go, there's a contest. Players fly in, and I'm sure this will result in a ball up, and it does.
He did hold on to that whistle for a little bit, hoping something would eventuate. But Surfers, I think, are just happy to hold this one in.
So ball up inside the Labrador Tigers. Ruckman both ran past that one. So here we go again. Surface, Haberfield's been prominent this quarter. He hacks it out to the far side. That was number 11 there. Nick Jackson tries to win it back. They do. That's Blake Grant now. They go forward again, Labrador, and they do. It's a quick... Thought he marked that, but No, touched, bobbled out of bounds. So
Jared Graham.
maybe one more last chance for the Tigers as we see one of the players for Labrador come off nursing a shoulder.
Michael Lakeman. Oh, that's a great tap there.
Boxer.
Just couldn't get hold of it, could he?
Surface run away with it. They rebound. O'Hare, who's been prominent this quarter. Although,
Probably one of his better kicks.
no, probably wasted it there. So it's the game's opened it up. It's turned into a shootout. This is what Surface want. Appeals for a free kick by the Tigers and Alex McKay, but umpires having nothing of it. This open style back and forth game is going to play right into Surface's hands, I fear, John. So,
well, that's thus far, that open style, certainly.
They can't let him out the back of those stoppages. So here we go again. There's a push out there, but play on's a call. Umpire has let a lot go, so Green hacks it forward. Well done there. That's Mentha. Mentha. Not afraid to do that chipping board inboard, so that goes to Keel. He hits his target well. And Mutu hands on to Prestiga, who's run from the defensive side. And that ball tried to con the umpire into it. Was a half volley every day of the week. Well done, standing up strongly there, the ruckman getting back for the Labrador team in Lockie Davidson.
He has been very good today.
Been resolute.
Yes, resolute's probably
resolute.
An apt description.
He's getting some instruction from behind the goals as well.
Service Paradise crew, I'd say.
He does well to get it to Jaden Young. Jaden Young. And that is all we have for the half, and a half of footy. The second quarter was all Surface, John. And as we look at to the scoreboard, 8 goals, 7, a 5-goal turn from the Demons, 55. They are now ahead of Labrador, 5 goals straight, 30, and Labrador failed to score that term, John. What do you see the difference there? Why did we see such a momentum shift?
Labrador struggled to deal with the breeze, kicking against the breeze. You know, the chip and hold just wasn't working for them. You know, too slow, get it up the ground. Surface got it covered, and then they turnovers. And as I said, Surface Paradise was a good running side. They just took advantage of all of that and hitting targets. Labrador just couldn't get in the centre breaks, maybe bar one or two, and the times they went forward they just didn't have numbers. So
good summation, Jack. Good summation. Great to have you here on debut and your special comments. And I think that is the case here with Labrador, their own worst enemy that term. But the good news is they're only 25 points down, and we have a whole half of footy coming up here at Bruce Small Park this afternoon. We'll be back after the break. Thank you. Welcome back to live quaffle action, round 4, the Anzac round here at Surfers Paradise, Benoa, with the home side 8-7-55 ahead of this contest against the neighbouring Labrador Tigers, 5 goals 30. I'm with John Pekin this afternoon calling the action. My name's Julian Van Andries. Just want to run you everybody around the grounds. We have 2 other games going on in the quaffle this afternoon, and we have Mount Gravatt 4 goals 4-28 behind the ladder leaders Palm Beach Currumbin 7-7-6-48, and as well up the highway the Western Magpies 5-3-33 trailing the Broadbeach Cats 6-8-44. As we anticipate the start of the third term here with Labrador trying to make up the 25-point deficit. As we're underway now, Labrador get their hands on it first. Boxer. Although it's turned over there to the number 39 for Surface.
O'Hare.
And Green sticks out the juke there, the one-handed juke. So Surface will have the first foray forward, and Green will shoot from just outside the 50, although he looks to shapes to go short. He does now. He goes to a lead. That's O'Hare, who was busy in the third term with 3 majors, John.
He certainly was. Two goals, 1, and has 2 touches already this quarter. A great forward option.
So all of O'Hare's goals have been up the other end with the aid of the breeze. So let's see how he goes here, kicking into the breeze. Is a thumpy kick? No, he decides to dish it off. And the ball is spoiled. Boxers started well this third term. The busy McKay gets it out. That time through Jared Graham, the on-baller for the Tigers, although the Demons win out again through Vanderwerken. Let's see if he squares this one up. He does. That's barely gone the required distance. The umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt. The busy Kane forward, who for mine was probably the best of field in the first half, John.
Yeah, I'd say Ford and Keel were probably around about the same, but certainly standouts.
So Ford, top of the goal square. Green's lurking, although Haberfield jumps, so he was 3 deep there at the bar and jumped over to grab that footy. So Haberfield, not sure if they've swung him forward this term, John. But,
certainly if they haven't, he's taken a little bit of leeway and gone with it.
Yeah, well, every player is in the forward half at the moment, forward of centre, so maybe he's still playing as a defender. So let's see how he goes here from a tight angle. Haberfield into the breeze, tough shot. He goes to drop punt and shapes it perfectly. Got some left to right bend on that kick and split the middle. So great start for Surfers. They continue on their merry way here at their home ground. They'll go to 9 goals, 761, a 31-point lead now over Labrador, who still have failed to score since probably the 25-minute mark of the first quarter.
Certainly looks like they've swung him forward, Dutchy.
So we spoke earlier, John, what can the Labrador do to fix this up? They're kicking with the aid of the breeze now, so they just have to limit those turnovers and go maybe a little bit deeper to Retzlaff.
Well, yeah, they have to. They just have to get their hands on the ball first up and the centre bounces, and because Davidson's had plenty of it in the ruck, they just need to work under him and work to the ascendancy under him.
As they go again, that man you speak of, Davidson, gets it forward for his side. The Tigers, they do well. Back to Davidson again, trying to will his side forward. Although the hacked kick is marked, it's going to be rebounded here by the Surfers team. That looks like Mentha. He goes short to Prestiga. Ever reliable. Really misses the target. Does well to the recruit in Yelland. Had trouble remembering his name before, John, but it's Yelland.
Rolls off the tongue quite well.
Does. Oh, Yelland. It's an up and under. It's a helicopter type kick, but fortuitous. The man in front in Haberfield.
Johnny on the spot, isn't he, at the moment?
Started the quarter well. The hair slicked back. Haberfield, oh, he's kicked that straight to his direct opponent on the mark.
Oh,
the young debutant Cooper Anderson's going to get a break here. He was tackled without the ball.
And he's zest to make up for the mistake. Haberfield just a little bit of an
use
errand.
The footy nicely. It's a nice little chiselling ball in board that he's just missed little Jackie Boxer. Boxer will chase to put on pressure. Well done there. Although Surfers will win out with numbers. They seem to have plenty of numbers out wide every time they look out for the switch. So Yelland started well, strongly built midfielder. That's an up and under, but gets to his man in forward. He's been busy again. It's a lovely kick. Yeah. Just travelled through the air so quickly and got to his target before the ensuing Tigers could get there with the spoil. So is that man again, O'Hare?
That's it. It's the man with 2 surnames, Nicholas O'Hare. Yeah, certainly Ford. Ford, the kick was beautiful, nice and low, which should be ordered a day. Even you're playing attacking footy.
Classy, wasn't
Just,
it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was all class. So.
Yelland got a couple of touches early doors.
Well.
His kicking hasn't been fantastic, but it's sort of done the job.
So Big Nick O'Hare has kicked that one. He's kicked his 4th for the day, his first up that end, and just seeing a bit of a trend now. Surfers don't seem to be having a great deal of trouble with this breeze like Labrador had in the second, so this could get ugly unless the Tigers change things around a little bit here.
Bit of resistance.
They need some piece de resistance, you're right.
Surface there, they got through the centre of the ground, attacked through the centre of the ground, where last quarter Labrador were on the defensive side of the ground and they just couldn't graft.
As you said, Davidson's probably dominating in the ruck, and he's even getting kicks and handballs out of the middle as well, but It's just coming back over his head again. That's pressure applied there to Alex McKay. Could be holding the footy, and it is. He's not happy, and Surfers get the fast break. Here they go. Kick inside 50, misses the target this time. Labrador have to be the clean though. Otherwise there'll be more trouble for them. That's a handball under pressure by Jaden Young. And the boundary line's his friend there.
With the right idea, just defensive mode.
So this margin now, John, it's 37 points.
It's a tipping point. Julian, there's no doubt about it.
Needs to be a line in the sand from the Tigers very shortly. So here we go. The ruckmen go at it. O'Hare's doing it all now. He's even doing the ruck work. Drop that one. Play on's the call. Nick Scott kicks to a dangerous spot. Although that one's mopped up well. Although he's... Whoa!
Did well to get
How
away
did he
with
get
that?
rid of that?
Yeah.
Young's probably lucky there. The umpire didn't blow the whistle. So
Fortuitous, and again the umpires forgot to pull that whistle out.
he backed himself to get through then, Jaden Young. But got the clamps applied and got stopped in his tracks. So here we go again, the Tigers. What can they do? Can they get themselves out of trouble here? They're in a spot of bother again because Surface are in a dangerous position. Tackle when he didn't have it. Play on's a call. They've got numbers. Can they spread it wide? But they're just a little bit fumbly and a little bit rattly. They need some cool heads. They kick it out the back
That's
here.
a good clearing
Retzlaff
kick.
should mark this. But no, he's beaten by Jewel in the one-on-one. Jewel will take this towards the boundary. No, he doesn't. Young boxer. He's got wheels. Slung off it. Play on's a call. This is an important one-on-one here. Surface get numbers back, although boxer's clean below the knees. It's held up there. He's not trying to get rid of it.
And the umpire has let it go again.
The umpire's
and
let
it's
it
still
go.
going.
Play on's a call. Scott gets it out. Keel does well. There's a bit going on off the ball. Play on now. Players have just started this a little bit like the first quarter, John. It's just a little bit scrappy and a little bit double touchy.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a lot of stoppages at the moment.
You did say 4, but I do believe it's 3. You missed that one in that second quarter.
So just a correction there. I did say O'Hare had his 4th goal. It's actually his 3rd goal. So the way things are panning out, though, his 4th's not far away. As the chiselling ball comes in the green, they go forward through Keel. He knew there was pressure coming. Prestigar's normally a great user, and he does well to spot up the target there.
So Dylan Mutu.
Mutu. The skill level's just coming to the fore now for Surface.
Well, that's the difference. Forward with his touch there, just that stab, that pass to Green, was it? And it's just a difference if you can break the play.
When you get those low balls out in front of Dan Green, there's really not much the defender can do. So
the breeze is still up.
Here we go.
A good kick too.
Dylan Mutu moves forward. He'll kick from right on the 50-metre arc. It's a lovely left to right ball, but it'll only hit the top of the square, and the Labrador players defend that with ease. So here we go. Jaden Young again, I believe, gets the ball out to the far side. So you just wonder where the spark's going to come from the Tigers, John, at the moment.
We're wondering and we're hoping it's going to come. But Walker and Johnny Box have been working hard on the ball. They just haven't been able to get any sort of forward momentum from
their endeavour, that's the thing, but they just haven't been tidy enough and able to string enough possessions together to get the ball into a dangerous position. So here's that man Walker, McKay at the moment, Alex McKay. One of the Labrador prime movers.
Once again, stop and prop. Going to Retzlaff. Plenty of numbers on him. All hits the deck and say scrappy. Surface seem to be able to emerge from those scrappy bits of play with the ball and going forward precisely.
Get it out to their runners. So Haberfield's dangerous again. He's looming. Ball kicked to a dangerous spot. Surface player worked his man out of it. So he's done well there, though, the Labrador player, to get that back into the hands of a defender. The numbers come, the cavalry comes, although here we go again, another missed target. And the ball's coming straight back, forward. Mentha They go back further. They reset. They hit the reset button. Here we go now.
Mitchell.
They've got numbers. I think Old Cane Forward must have the repellent on today, John. Nobody seems to be going with Cooey of him. So kick aids Vanderwerken. Strong tackle, but he's good enough to get out of it. Shows the ball to keep it inside and kicks and hits his target there. Well done.
Charlie Ford.
Charlie Ford.
Oh, that was fantastic work from Vanderwerken. To take the ball on, he was in a dangerous position coming up, taking the ball. We had a man on his hammer, kept the ball inboard and delivered.
And they call that room service, holding the ball out in front of them like that, John. So Charlie Ford on the left. It's a swinging back and it's just touched on the line. The umpire said they're celebrating back here with Ford, but
there's our hard-working ruckman for Labrador again, Davidson, doing the work. Last man on the line.
Doing it at all ends.
Yeah, he is. I like his style. He just hasn't had the support today.
No, he hasn't. So this is Jaden Young to get things moving again. He backs himself. Good attacking play. Let's see if the Tigers can break the lines here. Retzlaff's come all the way up to the scoreboard for a touch of the leather. So not where you want to see the big man. So dangerous inside the 50, but he's trying to will his team on. He gets that one moving. Things break down again. So Surfers come through. Chain of handballs. Here comes that run again.
Goldfinch.
Left foot kick from Goldfinch and hits the target there.
Well, Charlie Ford sure has been prominent.
Charlie Ford's coming right into it, John. And good dangerous kick. Play on's a call. That's well done. 2-on-1 here. They get it out.
Got the numbers.
Josh Deacon, the late inclusion. Well done. Boxer. Has to stay on his feet. Keeps his feet. He's got one to beat. He's got two to beat. He can't get past Prestiger. Great tackle.
It was a good tackle.
And the reinforcements arrive. Oh, he didn't see him come off the bench. Yellen, now he's got a problem, but he gets it out. So a little bit scrappy there. So again, we see another example of Labrador getting the ball across the centre wing and things breaking down.
Yeah, they
and
won out.
Repelling. So
yeah, a little bit frustrating. I'm sure their coaches are a little bit frustrated with their turnovers. And lack of detail to get the ball.
Here we go. Big Davison parks his big frame in front, gets his hand on that one. Alex McKay's battled manfully in there. A slow start to the game, but I think
he did have a slow start.
He's been their best. Tom and Davidson, number 2, their other prime move, has just gone out of it a little bit. Maybe Yellen's got the job on him. So ball ricochets out of bounds once again.
Yeah. Well, they certainly worked out. Surfers have certainly worked out Davidson. They're just getting front and centre of his taps, and they've been able to work a lot of their on-ball stuff to their advantage. The ball comes in again. Davison working manfully. Green gets that tap.
Keel.
So, Keel to
Big Green overruns that one. Well, they try and get out. Jaden Young's been caught again, and he pirouetted one too many times there. So the forward pressure, John, from the Demons has been exceptional, and Green's just run into space, and there's yawning gaps starting to appear. Not good signs for the Tigers.
No, there's a few hands on hips in Labrador too. They just haven't had enough blokes that get in the game. Good intercept there from Nick Jackson. Goes wide. Tap on off of Childers.
Looks like
ball
Rankin, the fleet-footed Rankin. They can raffle that one. And that is Nicholas O'Hare's 4th goal this time around, Jack.
Yes, I'm putting it down.
They could raffle that one. There were 3 of them queuing up in the goal square
that
for
was
that.
a great,
Johnny over the top handball.
That was a great intercept, wasn't it? It was very fortuitous, but he made the most of it. Rankin.
The Surfers forwards enjoying a plethora of ball going forward at the moment.
They seemed to have plenty of time once again, Labrador, to switch out. It's just that not hitting the target, quick turnover, and you pay the penalty.
Yeah,
and the man with 2 surnames has cooked his 4th, as you say. You're allowed to say 2 surnames that many times?
You can do what you want here, John. man with your great history in Queensland footy.
You're very kind.
Here we go. The Ruckman go at it again. Let's see if Labrador have a reply. The effort's there. Here he goes again. That Alex McKay, I love his work, but he needs some help. And they tend to get themselves into problems where there doesn't need to be one. Vander working. He'll just continue to run and run along that wing and pump it forward for your boy, young Charlie Henry Ford. The left foot, the yellow boots. Dangerous kick that aids his Haberfield swing around the shoulder and snap over the shoulder, but just
snap. Yeah, certainly advantage Haberfield
to the wrong
there.
Side of the post.
It was a great kick.
But again, we see another example of a turnover leading to a shot on goal for the Demons. So that's a better kick in. That's deep and long and gives his on-ballers a chance. So here they go.
McKay.
Is that McKay again at the bottom of it?
Yeah.
And
certainly his endeavour, as you say, has been fantastic. There's number 40, Jared Mills, hasn't really had much of the ball today at all. Just a goal there in that first quarter. Need to see more of blokes like that.
Good to see Michael Lakeman come back onto the number 34. He got crunched earlier in the second quarter by Haberfield and it looked like he had a shoulder issue, but he's had the magic spray, Johnny. He's back. Yeah. He's back, young Lakeman.
Corbett and McKay battling for the ball on the deck again.
Well, the umpire takes a bit of a tumble there. The play gets called to continue. Surface again, the handball to runners out the back.
Ball hits the deck. Matthew Green.
Green's been good today. There's pressure now, and now he's got a problem. Surely there needs to be one way or the other there, but the umpires, I think he's actually lost the whistle when he fell over. It's on the ground. But
it was a good tackle.
It was a great tackle. It was a strong tackle. Unlucky not to be rewarded.
Yep.
It's
just enough not to sort of fall on top.
Aren't going the way of the Tiger at
Nick
the moment.
Jackson's
Nick
in a little bit of bother
a little
here.
slow to his feet. I'll need to move him out of there if he's unable to have an impact. The umpire stops play to allow Jackson to come off and get some treatment. So
he doesn't look too crash off, does he? Let's hope he's okay.
He's a little bit ginger, but need some of that magic spray Michael Lakeman had earlier.
Yes.
Fixed him up. So
Dane Watmuff on for him.
Young Harris Newton's battled manfully as well today, so well sharked there by Joshua Matulis. And Haberfield, room service, keeps the ball in. Little chiselling ball. He's tackled, had his jumper ripped over the head. Playing again, a chain of possessions for Haberfield. Labrador perceived pressure is a funny thing, and that's hacked over out of on the full. So it's coming right back in. The Labrador defender's having to work overtime here. So Paddy Rankin has it. Another one of the powerful running brigade for the Demons. They seem to want to go to this pocket. That's off hands. Play on will be the call. Good tackle there from McKay. Yeah. Continues his good work. He's a bit slow getting up as well. Ball's hacked forward. Needs to be a good spoil here. Labrador get numbers at the bottom. There's a kick off the ground by 21. Matthew Green, and the goal's awarded there. So he deserved that, Green. He's been quite good today.
Oh, he's been.
He's gone into the ruck and helped out Newton at times and been that key tall forward. They're not a real tall forward line surface, but they do have some solidly built guys that can really lead strongly and kick truly for goal.
Well, that's the thing. They've always got some movement ahead of the ball, and they've always got something to kick to or kick back to, switch, and their skills have been superior to Labrador's today. So it's just reward on the scoreboard. 12-9-81 to Labrador, haven't scored since quarter time.
So it is second on the Quaffle Premiership ladder, Surfers Paradise at verse 8 in Labrador, although only 2 games into the season. So we're starting to see a bit of a pattern and where teams belong on the ladder. And at this stage,
I've seen a bit of a pattern, and then a centre bounce going way left too. He just throws it up again.
Here we go,
Davidson, nice
Davidson. Davidson and McKay can put their hand out for a paycheck, not a worry at all. As Vander working, pretty to watch, shimmies and shakes and runs, but that's good aggressive defensive play there by number 23, the Dane Woodruff, reliable defender there. Really good aggressive play, so well done. Hits his ruckman in the middle, great kick. They just need a goal to get something back. Lakeman wheels and goes. I'm not sure what the plan was there because he kicked to a nest of demons, so he didn't really look, and that's what's been...
There's a couple of Labrador players around that fall of the ball that didn't
been a
really...
constant theme this afternoon, Jack. Blazing away and not hitting target, but they get it back. Lakeman gets the free kick for out in the full. Tigers go forward. Retzlaff, his first touch of the leather for a long time. And again, it's kicked to a nest of demons.
It was a nest. You could literally call that a nest. It was that heavy. Surface Paradise players.
So the D's now. That was through Goldfinch. Goldfinch at least turn this one over. Flying shot at goal for the Tigers. There's a one-on-one. Big Hugo Barry does well to half that contest. It gets rushed through for a behind. The first score for quite some time, Jack, a quarter and a half for the Tigers. So that ball's gone out of bounds without anybody touching it. I believe, no, umpire says I'll throw it in. I've forgotten about that rule.
Righto, Davidson up again against Newton. Let's see if they can get some good work out of Davidson's touches, because if I was a Rover, I'd be right front and centre in his taps.
Just left of the hip, Jack. Here we go. And Labrador can't win the stoppage and lock it in, so Green working hard for the D's. That one goes out of bounds, but Surface gains some territory.
Certainly the Surface Paradise players have gained in confidence as the day's gone on. Their attacking play and results going their way. Another throw in, half back for Surface. Davidson and Newton again. Another tap from Davidson. Has he got any on balls doing the job? No. Newton. And it's out, kicked up to the wing. Oh,
strong contest there, Haberfield. Kane forward, leather poisoning today. Here he goes. That's a good dangerous kick to a one-on-one young Corbett. Not normally your marking key forward type. He's more your in and under industrious type, but he does well to win that one-on-one contest. He goes wider and hits the target. Didn't fancy himself from that distance, young Noah.
Charlie Ford, yet again. He's had plenty of it. You say Ford's had plenty of it. Kane Ford, are they related?
It's a Ford factory out there, John.
Yeah, that's right. They're producing plenty.
It's like the cattery.
Brought the manufacturing back to Australia. Sets up. He's certainly, the umpire hasn't moved too far, and that's home.
Shot at goal. Well done there.
Well done, Charlie Ford. It was a great kick from Ford into Corbett, as you said. Great mark from Corbett.
Yeah, he did well. Didn't fancy himself from that distance. So scores now 13-9-87. The Demons well and truly the upper hand in this contest. Labrador 5-1-31. Around the grounds, we have the Western Magpies 6 goals 440. Just trailing the Cats there, 9 goals 13. A bit inaccurate, 67. So a 27-point margin there to the Broadbeach side. Palm Beach Currumbin, the reigning back-to-back premiers, 8 goals 10, again a bit inaccurate, 58. 30 points ahead of the Mount Gravatt side, 4 goals 4, 28. So back to action here in the centre. Labrador v Surface. Newton gets up with some spring, but Davidson does well to shark that one for the Tigers. Retzer flies, crashes the pack. Mills is there as well. They've swung him forward, John. So let's see. Davidson now, can he be industrious? Can he hit a target? He says no. He just kicks it straight back to the Demons.
I don't think he spotted that Demon player there at all, because Lakeman was by himself there, other side of the goal square.
Yeah, here goes Mills. Generally a defender. He's been moved forward.
Yeah, he has been too.
Big Wade, a former Brisbane Lion. and Southport Shark as well, Jack. So here we go. Mills kicks it to a dangerous spot. Retzlaff flies. Where are the runners? Where are the crummers? Surface win out.
That's
Good
well
pressure,
done.
hacked it forward, but this time Labrador are set up well.
Green Whatmuff.
Whatmuff, smooth moving defender. Kicks to the right side of Retzlaff, surely being held, but
Well held by
umpire
Goldfinch.
adjudicates no. And Goldfinch, you've got to say, did well in that contest against the bigger man.
Yeah, it's definitely. Retzlaff called for a high kick one-on-one, had the chance. But good one-on-one.
So Labrador, can they create something? But again, Surfers come away from this stoppage. A little bit of a fumble there, although they got numbers back. Whatmuff again, flies, but couldn't bring it down. Tigers, it's not a clean possession. The big ruckman, Davidson, misses with the handball.
And that's the story of the day, Julian. Just missing targets. Matthew Whatmuff just missed his handball target. And just from the turnovers, from the bounce, centre bounces, throw-ins, Surfers have just had the ascendancy all day.
Yeah, so strong body work there from Davidson. Moves his opponent out of the way. Nick Scott involved there, keeps the ball in play. If they can get it out there, couldn't get that one inboard there to Kane Ford, but we'll see a ball up right in front, ball in I should say, right in front of the commentary position here at wing,
Yeah, clear
on
view.
the wing at Clubhouse side, Surfers Paradise. So Ruckman looking into the sun. Davidson decides to take that one himself.
And
It's
there he goes. Well done, big
WWE
fella.
style there. He palms them and wrestles them away.
Can they get something out
Mills
of his
providing a target there. Retzlaff's got to be clean, although, again, the hands go
That's
to
to
the
Jack
Demons.
Mitchell, who's been very good this quarter. Defence and on the wing.
He has. Left footer. Puts it out on the far wing. One-on-one contest. Ball comes to ground. Well done by the Tigers. Let's see if they can hit a target now. Chiseling ball. Well done, that's more like it. Number 40, Jared Mills. Kicks a one on Retzlaff. Surely this time. Oh, he's wrestled out of it.
Fumbled.
Umpire says that's okay, and Goldsmith is getting on top in that department as well. Here they go again, the Tigers. Ball's touched, play on, Jewel under pressure, gets the handball back. They always seem to have another player around the contest surface. Play-ons are called. Davidson does well, Tom Davidson. Pumps it back in for Labrador. Surely this time. Can't complete the mark. Play-ons are called. Rankin spins it out wide again. This time they find a target. They find an outlet. Big Dan Green's come right out of his territory. They don't need him. Ball goes over the back. Still not out of the woods, the Demons.
Good hands from Newton.
Well, now they are. Now they get some space. Now they get some run. They could score from here. They slingshot. They go quick. Next kick's an important one. Inside the 50, and they run out of time before the ball gets to the leading Brody Haberfield, who had a magnificent term. I'd said just then, Brody Haberfield, couple of goals,
He did
and
have a
very, very busy, and some crunching tackles and hits as well. So as we get to the three-quarter time break, we see the scoreboard getting further and further out of hand.
for
If,
Labrador.
from a Labrador perspective, the score 13-9-87 for the home side against 5-1-31 for the Tigers. So the contest effectively just about over, but we do want to see some signs from the Tigers in this last quarter to see a little bit of a spark.
We want to see some signs. We need something, some vigour. We need somebody taking advantage of
And
Davidson's
John
taps.
Pekin and myself will be back after this short break. See you soon.
I think he's done it with it a few. hitting
Welcome back,
targets.
everybody, to Quaffle footy action here, the Anzac round. We have Surfers Paradise well on top here against their neighbours, the Labrador Tigers, ensuing battle. Round 4 of Quaffle footy action. You're appreciate you joining us. Myself, Julian Van Andries, and John Pekin on debut in the commentary team. And John, what did you make of that third term?
Oh, very industrious from Surface against that breeze, substantial breeze. And throwing Haberfield up forward was a bit of a master stroke. Just created a new avenue and kicked 2 goals whilst doing it. And Charlie Ford was fantastic in their forward line as well that quarter.
And the other 2 games going on, Jack, Palm Beach, Currumbin 5 goals ahead of Mount Gravatt, and similar type of margin, a 22-point margin with Broadbeach over the Western Magpies, as we're away. Surface Paradise hit the ground running, and before we know it, Dan Green gets on the end of one, and there's a goal for the Demons to start this 4th term, rubbing salt into the wounds, John.
Yeah, Haberfield, I'd love to have him in my team. 2 touches there. Pressure on, gave the handball out to Green, and that was Daniel Green. Just an easy goal. But forward out of the centre line there, beautiful kick in the forward line.
And it has been a scoring end. The dangerous thing for Labrador is that end that Surfers are kicking to, the bulk of the goals have been kicked. So danger signs. Now, Labrador, I wonder what was going on in their huddle. There's a few hands on hips, but I'm sure there's strict instructions to tighten a few things up and get a few positives leading into next week, Jack, because it's a long season. We're only in round 4.
Yeah, that's right. You just don't want to blow out. It's just...
Speaking of positives, the big fella Davidson's gone forward like a tractor all day, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well done. But
if I was a farmer and he was a tractor, I'd be buying him for sure. Been really good.
Too familiar with the turnover, so Surfers get it again. Prestiger, although he's set upon there by Lakeman.
Great work, Lakeman.
I think
Prestiger is taking a little bit easy there. Just took the foot off the pedal a little bit.
Normally
blasé, I can say blasé.
Yeah. Well, foot's off the gas perhaps a little bit. He's been out in his own for most of the day, Jack Prestiger. But if you're on the Labrador camp, you just want to see some effort like this man in the ruck and some passages of play, some bit more razzle-dazzle footy where they can string some possessions together and create some more scoring opportunities, because their forward line does look dangerous when it gets down there. I think they're probably lacking 1 or 2 small dangerous forwards, John.
It seems.
They're stocked in the tall department, and they've got some hard out at midfielders. So
Johnny Box and Mills sort of been around, but Box has been the one doing the work all day.
So there's that man, Haberfield, who's come right into it, kicks to a dangerous 1-on-1, and Labrador defenders do well. Although Noah Corbett recovers and gets it to Dan Green. Loves these, snaps around the body, bouncing, rolling, just chopped off there by the Labrador Tigers. And
Surface camp down behind the goals there.
Some advice coming over the fence. You wouldn't expect anything less, Jack. Local footy.
And to be precise and concise, I'm sure.
So, well done there by
your man,
the big Yelland.
Yep.
Jack Yelland beat the ruckman in a 1-on-1 marking contest there. So, here we go, the boxer. The boxer kicks it out in front of his ruckman, Davidson. His namesake there, the midfielder, young Tom Davidson. Chain of handballs here. Here they go, the Tigers. Can they string something together? Mills has got his hand up. He wants it. He's on his own. They don't see him. They go inboard.
Keep pushing.
Big Hugo Barry.
A good tackle there.
Strong contest by Ratzliff. Play on's a call. I think they've butchered this one. The first gamer. Ratzlaff continues to work hard. They get it out. This kick's important, and it gets the Mills. No, he can't. He had the jukes out, but it didn't stick.
Somebody must have cast a spell on him for marking inside the 50 the last 2 quarters.
Mills was waving around. He was 20 metres clear a couple of kicks before he finally got his hands to it, and it just didn't get in there quick enough.
The Dukes, you've got to have the Dukes working.
Frustrating for the Tigers. So here we go. Surfers come out the back. Chain of handballs, familiar story. Spinning, bobbing, weaving.
Good
they
tackle
get it out.
there.
Paddy Rankin running onto the end of this, although chopped it. Just walked out of bounds there. You've got to be careful doing that at this day and age. the Labrador player, and then not throwing it back to the boundary umpire. Did well to get away with that.
He did extremely well.
As we can see, some more voice coming from over the hill, Jack. The longer the afternoon's gone on, the more vocal the boys have got.
Sipping tea over there. A
Iced
couple of
tea,
scones,
no
I'm
doubt.
sure.
Lipton.
The throwing's just gone into a bit of a scrabble, and ball up and going in the forward pocket, half forward flank for just inside 50 for Surface.
Let's see what both sides can get out of this last term. The contest's effectively over, but plenty to play for with a long season ahead. Spots to play for, and hands to be put up.
Yeah.
Surface
Good change
beautifully moved that ball out of the back line. Out in front of Haberfield, who's got wheels. Let's see what he can do. He'll take them on. He takes them on, Haberfield. One bounce. Goes around, handballs. His player wasn't on the same page, but it all works out in the end. And there's a snap over the shoulder by Charlie Ford for a goal.
3 goals for the day. Haberfield took it on. It was exciting.
He took it on. He arched the back.
He certainly knows when to put the wheels on.
Upright running stance there too, and then decided to dish off the handball
Wild Charlie.
to
Probably
Charlie
at the same
Ford.
time that Charlie Ford took the eyes off him.
Charlie Ford was not even looking. So, but numbers one out and a goal there. A little bit of excitement there. You love those one-on-one contests.
It was good. He put the foot on the pedal, and he sort of was one-on-one. He gained a metre, but he'd like to have him in your team. He's been great at both ends today.
Yes, I mentioned earlier, Johnny does it at both ends. One week you'll watch him, he's playing as a key back, and then the next week he's kicking goals up forward. So really handy to have those swing men in your side as we go again. Yellen, who's been okay today, gets it out the paddy rank and he loves that wing. Moves up and back, kicks it inside the 50. Labrador have to be neat and tidy here. Vanderwerken's got on you that. Unlucky not to receive a push in the back, but we'll have a stoppage there. 40 metres out in front of goal for Surfers Paradise, kicking with the aid of that breeze they've had all day going to that end.
Really weaved some magic then, didn't he? One hand and sprung around. Didn't quite work.
They play this ground well, Surface, with the runners, and they tend to flick the ball out wide and off they go. So here we go, Retzlaff, that's a hamstring strainer.
Yeah,
he does well, the big
made
fella,
him
the
work,
big tattooed unit. Kicks to Big Hugo. What can he do here to Hugo? The other youngster for Surface in Goldsmith was beckoned the call there and got the big fist to it. So
Goldfinch.
Goldsmith at all.
Yeah, but it was fantastic work,
Yeah,
wasn't it? When you're up by 50 points and your desperation's that good too at the end of the day.
You're warming to this commentary, Jack. You're all over it, mate. Fantastic. Here we go. McKay has tried hard all day. He's been one of his side's best. That's a good, deep, penetrating kick. We've got Mills there, one-on-one. Couldn't, again, got to the Dukes, but couldn't make it stick. Handball comes out, flying snap. It's only a one behind. That was
Daniel Middleton.
Yes. On the left foot. Not sure he's a left footer by the way he kicked it.
I don't think so. The inside-out Tory doesn't look like it was.
So Nick Scott left unattended there, and Kane Ford continues to repel anyone coming near him. So Scott will go up the line to Newton. Ball gets to the ground. Watmouth, that's a good deep kick. Mills should get his hands on this one. Although just can't quite complete those marks at the moment, the big fella. And that was nearly an own goal there. Surface retreating under little pressure. Decided to kick that through. So Mills have had 3 or 4 just opportunities in the air and under pressure, but got to start clunking those ones.
Yeah. You reward your coach for putting you up forward.
Doesn't often get a run up forward either, the big fella, so he should be enjoying this. So here we go again. Watmouth's been good as a defender. Held without it. Dane Watmouth.
So out to Lakeman and the forward flank there. Goes back. Is there much coming forth? Mills leads through. Is there a gap behind?
Everyone's back. There's not much spare space there though. What's he done? That was never the percentage kick, so you'd rather see a top of the square type scenario where your smalls can get involved, Jack.
pretty easy to defend from that pocket, Julian.
Here we go, Nick Scott, the former Broadbeach Cat. Found a home here at Small Park and has been brilliant ever since he's crossed over. So he looks for the short hit up target and his friend in Kane Ford. Ford switches, dangerous kick, finds Jewel.
They have got the numbers there though.
They continue to go to the outer side. They have now. They create the overlap and now they're out. Here they go. Green a long way from home. That's Noah Corbett. Done well in the midfield. Green gets the 1-2. They're going to go coast to coast here. Paddy, that's your boy. Not Paddy. Charlie show and go. He showed it and then decided to have a flying shot.
You often see Nathan Green up ground doing a 1-2.
Things
Oh,
have
sorry,
opened
Daniel
up
Green, I beg your pardon.
for young Cooper Anderson. John, he's taken him on. He's taken on the big ruckman. And done that beautifully the first gamer. Well done there.
He's warming into it, it seems.
Yeah.
A little bit late.
Just
but
opened up a little bit for him. It was pretty hot footy early and
yeah.
found it a little bit difficult, but he'll be better for the run. Playing against some strong, experienced campaigners out here, so Prestigar. Normally Goldie, they love
Your
his
man,
work.
Goldfinch.
Goldfinger.
Not a great kick. 3
Vanderwerken gets on the end of this. Continues to run and spot up targets. And no surprise, it's that man, Brody Haberfield.
Hasn't bothered to look around at all. Obviously fairly confident in his ability to put this one home.
I'm sure he's had a few shots after training, John, from that very same position. So he's on the right side with the aid of the breeze.
Drop punt.
With the brother sitting in the stands watching on. See how Brody goes. He gets under it. That one's never a chance. He's pushed it across the face of the goals, going for distance.
No problems with the distance, eh?
So the Tigers, they continue to compete. You love the endeavour. So they decide to change direction now. They go one way, back the other. They come out to the commentary box side.
Lakeman's got to go.
Jewel.
He does. Well
Lakeman
done.
does well to halve that contest. The ball comes to ground.
A little bit sloppy
There's
in
a
there.
bit of a kicking danger there, but play on's the call.
Scott out.
Players get
Oh, good hands.
Big Jewel playing as a midfielder there, the big key position type.
Has he been thrown on the ball?
He may be giving.
Or is it the fact that
That's a
Hugo Barry's gone up the ground and he's just followed him?
Paddy
I think
Rankin's
that's
just
the
kicked a tumbler, a tumbling kick through the behind. So a little bit wasteful, the Demons. They're still getting plenty of looks at it. So here we go. Here's the young fella again. Good hit up lead there by young Coop. He's getting, like you said, John, he's gotten better as the afternoon's progressed, but he has pushed a couple out on the full on this side. He needs to learn from that.
If they want to be defensive, Labrador, and sort of just play the game out, they'll just keep playing this defensive side. But if they really want to eke out a few goals late, they need to go through the centre a bit more confidence in their own ability.
And what would your instruction be, John? You've had an illustrious coaching career, premiership coach, quaffle footy over the years, and would you be concerned with percentage in this situation, round 4, or would you be trying to tell your players to go for it?
I think you've got to get a bit of confidence out of this rather than the percentage.
So take it on still?
Continue
to take
it on.
Yeah.
And here's one fella that's taken it all day for Labrador. He's been consistent, most consistent player for the day, McKay. Over to Jared Graham.
Jared Graham, the other midfielder. So here they go. So they've spread it wide. So here we go. Jared Mills. But that's that last one. The kick didn't favour the big fella in Retzlaff. And the big Goldfinch has had a very, very handy second half. Vanderwerken. Here he goes. On the wing. How many times have we called that today? Chiseling ball. Over to his good mate Ian Brody Haberfield, and they've just gone coast to coast. That one skill error, not hitting the mark inside that 50
Mills,
for the Tigers, is punished the other way.
Mills is under no pressure with the kick either. He just had to put it right side of Retzlaff,
Yeah.
and he should have been able to do the job. But
It's a frustrating day for the key forwards for the Tigers. It just hasn't, the service, the delivery hasn't been quite spot on.
No, as I say, the last line kick, it's done them damage. 150 metres down the other way. And your mate Jack
Yell end. Oh! It rattles the woodwork
that
there
did
as
move
well.
quite away, the goalpost.
Jack Yell end. Yeah, it's deflating, isn't it? Just it goes coast to coast, slingshot almost.
And you're in
up
the
the
wrong,
other end.
all your players are in the wrong position. They're always forward of their man.
So the Tigers,
here's our
the
young fella
defensive
again.
side, here he is. Kiefer Anderson, and getting another tick on the stat sheet. More Super Coach points for the young fella, well done. Might get him a game next week, although that had a bit much carry on it. So good from Corbett there, he took the pressure, he took the impact. Here we go, snapping ball. It's got a little too much on it, didn't bend enough in the end.
Dylan Mutu.
Yeah, from Mutu.
It's a great name to call,
been a
Dylan Mutu.
good contributor
He
today,
has been,
Mutu.
consistent. Not outstanding, but
Yeah.
consistent. He's been in and around.
Another one of the Southport Shark Brigade, I believe, Mutu.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
Retzlaff, they need to get him. He's the next one in line now.
Stop and prop and kick up. We'll need to get that
Here we
handball now.
go. Blake Grant gets the 1-2. He arches the back. Now he's got a problem. He said no one was on the same page. Dan Green picks it up, and we will have a shot for the Demons. It looks like that man Haberfield again,
Yeah, that's his
who has been dominant, especially in this second half.
Yes, he's
When the game was on the line too, he was good down back, so
Yep.
you'd probably have to have him in your top three today, along with Ford
forward
of the
keel.
Kane variety.
Yeah. 2-1 bloke that has sort of, it was great early. Scott.
Haberfield has just nailed that one with no a worry in the world from 30 metres out, so the procession continues.
And Joshua Matulis coming off, replaced by Jack Mitchell. Now, Nick Scott, Julian, who played the first two quarters, was very, very prominent. It's just settled into that backline role and
Yeah.
just done what he's had to. Hasn't really
He's
sort of,
tradesman-like down there, John.
Yeah.
I know a bit about Nick. I've done some junior coaching with him. He's a Geelong area boy from down that way. He's a
Right.
local school teacher. Played a lot of footy at Broadbeach and made the move over to Small Park here a couple of years ago, and has been a great servant. So really, really handy, durable defender type that you pencil in every week. So, but you're right, his first half was super busy, wasn't it?
busy.
So the ruckman continue to duke it out. Here we go. Surface will get on the end of this
Great
one.
handful.
Rankin, they'll name the wing after him out that side, I think. Ball's kicked in the Charlie Ford direction. Good wrapping up tackle there by Matthew Watmuff. So they hold things up for the moment, the Tigers.
Yeah, once again, good out of centre bounce from surface.
18 minutes gone now in this final term, and again, Surface the only ones that seem to be troubling the scorers. With Labrador, the effort's there, but just not the polish at the moment. But they're all things that can be fixed up. So some
Might have been a
high
bit of
contact
swinging arm
there.
against McKay there. Might have been a bit errant
Yeah,
and a little bit frustrated.
a little bit of frustration comes in. Corbett, good by foot. And a bit argy-bargy. Things are done and dusted, no point in carrying on with that.
What age is Ford here? Gillian just coming off from the bench here. You just sort of
You're
leave
testing
him
my
off for the
knowledge
rest
now,
of the
John.
ground. Rest of the
Really
game.
testing out
Right,
my skills on the Surface Paradise boys, but
He's not in the veteran stage, so he doesn't really need to be rested for the
I
rest
wouldn't
of
have
the game.
thought.
Okay. If you were a veteran, you'd be throwing him on the bench now and just leaving him there, wouldn't
He's
you?
getting ready for next week, but he's been brilliant today, Kane Ford. So here we go. And the crowd behind the goals love that one.
Hayden Keel, very nice finish.
They slotted that one from outside the arc
Easily and had plenty
from
spare
the
too.
ensuing
back
free
end.
kick.
There's no shortage of goal kickers. Surface Paradise and dangerous blokes
Just
forward.
run us through those, John. So for Surface, old
Nicholas O'Hare.
Nicholas O'Hare.
Yeah,
He's got
four, and he hasn't added to his tally this quarter.
Dan Green must be on there. Dan Green, along with Brody Haberfield, would have multiple goals.
Yeah, Daniel Green, 3 goals. In fact, it's 2. Beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Dan Green. Yep.
And
Haberfield.
his brother and Matthew may have
1. Haberfield 3.
Here we go, the Tigers. Good clearance work there. Goldie outworks his opponent there. Well done. Matthew Green now.
Morning. Jack Mentha. Backing up his man Matthew Green. He's been good. He's been very consistent all day. That kick there won't get him in the
Jesse Maple now. So Keel, the last goal kicker, pumps it forward and it's a lovely kick to the space. He just kicked it to the spot and said, well, Brody, you need to run to there, right where I'm about to kick it, right where the space is. So Haberfield's looking to catch old O'Hare.
Yeah, Nicholas,
goals.
I believe, has been on the splinters most of this quarter. No, he's
Oh, Haberfield, that's got a low duck hook. Yeah. Bit like my 3-wood, John.
Right, bit of top spin.
Into the water, that one. So Labrador will kick this in and try and create another foray. Here we go. That one's kicked to the defensive side and
just
ricochets.
So easy to defend for Surface Paradise, that kick, isn't it?
It's not the attacking kick, but you don't know what the instruction is.
No.
It's trying
I'd
to
like to
stop
think
the
on
bleeding.
you, but I don't.
Stop the bleeding, I think, John.
Yeah.
So here we go again. Ball's in dispute. Surface with Noah Corbett attacked that hard, ferocious, what you want to see for this time of the game. And the big fella O'Hare, he's back. Vander working. He's just pulled that one as well. So
here we go. Let's look. A little bit of attack.
Bit of run and gun.
And it's hit the spot with
good little boxer. The little boxer. Good run and carry there.
Not the intended target.
Nope. Jesse Maple runs through the jukes there, and here we go. Surface going through again. That ball will be whacked out of bounds. So
just a little bit up on the kick there, Samuel Jewell. Didn't give his man much of a chance up ground.
Valuable player though, Jewell, for the Demons. He's another one of those swingmen that can play key forward, key back, John, and they've used him in that defensive post today.
They certainly have.
Harris Newton, good to see the boy back out there. He was a bit ginger before with one of the knees, so he's back out there working in the ruck and seems to be galloping along all right, the young colt.
Johnny
As
Bosso,
Retzlaff presents well, continues to present well, and look at that quality kick there. Quality kick for Blakey Grant. This is the one they've had trouble with. The kick inside 50. Mills attacks it hard, but only to no avail because Hayden Keel runs out with it. Yelland. Jackie's the call. He handballs inside. There's a heap of space. If they can get it out in front of Haberfield, works his opponent under it, just needs the bounce, sockers it through.
He's got it.
And that's another one for Brody Haberfield. And they go on their merry way, the Demons.
Okay, so as I say, Blake Grant, a man with 2 first names, just didn't put it in a good spot for Lakeman, and it's turned over again and straight down the other end. Jackie Allen. Good skills, good pick up of the handball.
So the margin now, Jack, just creeping up towards 100 points.
That's
starting to get a little bit ugly. So
is it past the blowout stage? about when you talk about 89 points.
24 and a half minutes gone in this
91
final
points.
term.
Righto.
You want to call the action
Tigers,
from this,
Tigers. Yeah, we need
this
something
ball
from the
up here,
Tigers,
John.
yeah.
As we cross
Davidson.
over to the local Q Clash too, Jack, the Brisbane Lions have had a 50-point or so win over the Suns at Metricon Stadium, so good effort by the Lions.
Yeah, you would have thought that it'd be a little bit closer than that. Labrador forward in the forward pocket. Lakeman, can he pick it up and get something?
Beats one, over the shoulder, Lakeman.
That would have been just a
Would have been good
little-
for morale, that one.
Yeah.
If they can just wrestle a goal or two, the Tigers. There's
There's
something to go into next week.
have to stop bleeding so easily out of forward line here. Nicholas O'Hare in the background, in the back line for, and a rare mistake out in the full on the other side. Who's got the kick for Labrador? Goes inboard, and it's been marked by Hugo Barry. For Labrador, in a great spot. 30 metres out.
So the other two games, we'll keep everyone updated, John. The Western Magpies coming back at Broadbeach, they're only 10 points in arrears now. And Palm Beach Currumbin have just run away with the clash against Mount Gravatt. They are now 45 points ahead in that one. So
They've jumped ahead a bit there. The Vultures will be very disappointed in
you
that
might
result.
have seen a bit of Palm Beach this year, John. They'll be hard to stop again, I think. They haven't lost too much. And big Jack Anthony roaming the forward line and that midfield that runs so deep. Who do you see challenging the Lions this year?
I'm assuming Broadbeach will be one of those teams that'll sort of be looking to have a crack again. Western Magpies, how's that game going?
Yeah, so they're 10 points behind Broadbeach, so they're around the mark.
Right now, yeah.
And I know Surface only just overcame Morningside by a kick 2 weeks ago, so Morningside are going to be their formidable self and probably pick of the bunch of the Brisbane Clothel sides this year.
Well, they were around about the mark last year.
Yeah,
The
they
Panthers,
always
weren't
are.
they? Yeah, always are. Always have
Former
been.
Gold Coast and Southport flyer Clint Watts at the helm there this year.
Is it right? Well, that's something I didn't know. The throw in for Labrador on the half forward flank. Newton, the big ruckman, got a bit of toe on that. Picked up by the Labrador man. And Sammy Walker, we're off. Mills. It's just that little finishing kick that just keeps missing the target. It'll be very frustrating for the Labrador coaching staff, I'm sure. It's just that pivotal kick. And anyhow, big Davidson for Labrador, not throwing. And he get his hand, big dukes on it again, and he does. Nice little handball.
Dominating the ruck, Davidson. Hold his head up high.
Brett Lloyd, who was swamped by Surface Paradise players there.
Just looking around the contest, and there's a lot of talk from the Surface boys. They're up and about.
Yeah.
It's they've really got an appetite for it as they run this one away. Again, they go out wide. Paddy Rankin, he's crunched heavily
I think he
in
knew
that
somebody was
contest
coming too.
by big Bradley Carter, the solidly built defender. So
It was defender's
Jaden Young
kick.
fumbles. Now he's under pressure. Prestigar wraps him up in the tackle. 28 and a half minutes gone here in this contest as the shadows descend over Small Park Benoa on this Anzac round clash. Wonderful ceremony, John, before the game to pay our respects to all the servicemen that have done such a great job over the years for our country and paid the highest price as well. So it was a great thing, initiative from AFL Queensland to have that Anzac ceremony and an Anzac round of Coffle footy.
Everybody to pay their respects. It was, it was a great event.
Really good touch, really good touch. And this one won't be too far off drawing to a close. And from here, Surface will be 3 and zip and go on their merry way and challenge, maintain their spot in the top 2 and challenge those top 4 sides this year, no doubt, as they did last year. Labrador looks like they're going to continue with their rebuild. They have shown that they can play great scintillating footy in patches, but just need that consistency, and the things that we spoke of can easily be fixed up, John, with that retaining the ball and not coughing that footy up, and that kick inside 50 is another area of concern. So if they can fix that up, they'll test some of the better sides. So as we see Surfers continue to run in waves, Kane Ford has been busy as a beaver all afternoon.
Jack Mitchell. He's been prominent in the second half too.
Just gets brought back around his mark. So there's time for perhaps one more Surfers 4-8. Just to tip it into the 90s. He fancies himself here, Jackie Mitchell. And you can see why.
Yeah, that's why. Got a solid little nuggety fellow with
Yeah,
solid
he's
legs.
got the power base. It didn't look like he hit that
That
quite
hard, no.
well. But,
A bit of a dart. Nice
it
low
was a dart. It was a low dart. He's got the big quadriceps.
Nothing like a backman kicking a goal. Even this late part of the game where the excitement has certainly left.
So the
ground.
margin now 95 points, John. Blown right out here this afternoon in this round 4 clash.
Certainly. And do we know, Julian, when Surfers come up against Palm Beach? Is that
Yes.
in
I
ensuing
just
weeks?
have to look through the fixture for that one, John. It's sure it wouldn't be too far down the track.
Newton, great tap out for Surface. Jack Yellen, handball.
Keel.
Yeah, Keel just paddling.
Keel's played a good 4-quarter game.
He has been, yeah, very consistent.
Just looks quality all around.
Yeah.
Hayden Keel.
I think they're happy just to see the siren now Surface. There's Mentor. Good kick out to Rankin. He settles, pushes back. Taking his time. Goes wide. Oh, that's a good mark.
Prestigar, another one of those runners. Here he goes, has one. Handballs on the green. Green playing outside the arc a lot today, getting up the field and coming back.
Not the best of handballs to Van der Werken.
And as you can hear in the background, that is time here at Small Park Benoa. Final scores, Surfers Paradise 19-16, 130. Finished well all over Labrador, who kicked their first 5 goals in the first quarter, 5 goals, 5-35. And John, I think I'd like to hear your best 3 or 4 players on the ground.
Right, it's pretty easily done. I don't think any of the Labradors players actually. You want me to start at number 5, Julian?
Yes,
I think
yes, certainly.
our big man for Labrador, just for
Right.
his efforts, the ruckman, Lachlan Davidson, I think just for his work rate in a losing side was fantastic
Davidson
today.
was fantastic,
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. Well, you could slot the rest of the other 4 spots to between Kane Ford,
Brody
Haberfield, definitely Hayden Keel, and Charlie Ford is probably one.
Charlie Ford.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can give out some little sort of hurrahs to Goldfinch on his work with Retzlaff down the back line.
No arguments there from me, Jack. And fantastic debut by yourself too, John. It's been great having your knowledge peering an eye across the Quaffle footy today.
And great to be here, Julian, in illustrious company as yourself too.
We'll look forward to more of your calls through the year. And like I said, well done AFL Queensland, putting on a fantastic Anzac Day ceremony and Anzac round. And but it's all Surfers Paradise here at Small Park Benoa, running out 95-point winners. And that's all from us on the call from the Quaffle live stream. We'll see you again next week. Thank you very much.